I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
All right, we're live here, I think. Something. We'll see. We're live, special Friday edition at 10 drink minimum.
Woohoo!
Woo! Oh, let me turn that down. It's a Friday night. There's there's really nothing else going on that I know of. So, yeah. I've got special guests in the studio. From the Red Light Cameras. He's the bassist, and he's also a booker for the Joe Anderson Empire. We have Barney Lopez with us.
Yay! I'm 2 drinks in.
2 drinks in.
This will be my...
And then from the Duke City Gladiators, we have the announcer, Dan Mayfield.
What's going on, Chris?
Oh, man. And then he brought with him... well, you tell us.
Yeah, this is wide. You want me to do the voice?
Yeah, do the voice for me.
Dello Davis.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I just blew out your
sir.
microphone here, Chris. Yeah.
Dello
Dello Davis.
Man. So it's a Friday night. Thank you guys for coming out. Dan actually brought Corona.
Yeah, I bought a case of Corona.
I thought that was pretty funny.
It's the most expensive joke I've ever paid for.
Wow.
It was $15 for 12 Coronas.
$15 for 12 Coronas?
Yeah.
Why is Coronas? I mean, it's, I think Corona sucks personally.
It's all right beer. I'm more of a Modelo guy usually.
And I'm all about burning bridges and sponsorships.
I like the glass, I would say, of the Corona. Something about a Corona bottle feels very, comforting.
Yeah. Well, I prefer Pacifico. It's yeah. It does come in a glass. It kind of reminds you of whenever we didn't make everything out of plastic, I guess.
When I was a kid, me and my friends didn't have much money, so we would have fun by playing a game called glass bottle wrestling, where we would get glass bottles and you'd throw them in the dirt, and then somebody else there'd be a line, and you'd try and throw your glass bottle to break the other glass bottle. And I remember Coronas were the thickest glass bottles.
Oh yeah.
It's a good bottle to use if you're just breaking bottles in the.
If you're gonna throw something
in
off
the alley
pass,
with
which
some
you shouldn't
friends.
do. Never do. As we're doing a live show tonight. Also, keep in mind there's a lot of Barney's here. He's here because he's not working.
Yeah.
Barney's here because there's no shows going on for the next month because of the coronavirus.
That's the same reason Dello's here.
Yeah, same reason Dello's here. So one thing I want to say for the chat is people can if you are an artist or you run a small business and you want to promote where people can find you, just to help out, feel free to put that in the chat and I will try to announce that on the show. We already have a couple of them that have hit me up, or I saw them post. One of them was a couple of artists, Two Stone Betties. If you've never heard of them, they have, and I've of course shut everything down and lost it all because I'm a fucking idiot. But they make, I don't know, what do you call it, earrings? Like they make really
they make all kinds of cool
t-shirts.
merch.
Let me find out.
Pins, buttons.
And what you can do is
Belt buckles. I got this sick belt buckle from them.
Do you
it's
really?
Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's so
On a
good.
belt buckle?
Yeah, they they got cards, playing cards, and then they just kind of I don't know, did their Two Stone Betty's magic and put it in a belt buckle.
So you go to twostonebetties.com. You can actually order from them. They're right now selling everything at 20% off to help, because this is what they do for a living.
Yeah, they were supposed to. They help us out running merch for bands for us and other bands sometimes. And
so they were supposed to sell stuff. This is what they do for a living. They go to places, they sell stuff. Well, right now there's no shows downtown for the next 30 days, so they can't really go downtown and sell anything
till the end of the month. Actually,
till the end of the month. You say till the end of the month?
Well,
Not 30?
there's mixed reports, but from what I understand, it's till the end of the month until further notice.
So Barney, I gotta ask, like you're in this business.
Yeah.
You're booking shows. You're playing bands. You guys have been to South by, and
We were supposed to go this year.
Were you supposed to go to South by this year?
Were you going to go officially or unofficially?
No, we've never gone officially.
Okay.
We just always
That's
DIY
bullshit.
it, do all the unofficial gigs.
Like for a touring band like you guys, how hard is it to give up on a big show like that?
It's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
like I handle a lot of the booking for red light cameras, and so I did all of the legwork with booking this tour and finding all these gigs, and I've been working on it since December. And various.
Because it's hard to find these little showcase rooms, and
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to find places where you can actually sit there and even get into, right?
Yeah,
They're
and it's a lot about who you know and the connections you build over time and all of that stuff.
Right.
And so I hit up people that I know that were putting up shows and stuff. We had, I think, 5 or 6 gigs. 5 gigs for sure. A 6th one kind of on the fence that we're supposed to be in Austin for next week. That all got canceled on us.
And you guys are out all that money and all
Yeah.
that exposure and all
yeah.
that. You probably printed
Yeah.
extra CDs. Or
Yeah, we
whatever
just
else.
fixed up the van. We're like, all right, we're going to South by. Let's get a new windshield on the van. Let's fix the side mirror that is falling off on the van. So we did this investment of fixing up the van and getting an oil change and all that stuff. And then it's like, well,
Oil change.
I guess we do need the I guess we
rock
still
band,
need
man,
the
it's a
van
different-
eventually.
Yeah.
We're gonna still use the van. We still need a new windshield.
You got that
We still
show in
need
Los
that,
Lunas in a
but-
couple of weeks.
I
Yeah,
love that. You're like, I'm going to get an oil change. I like to invest in the car.
yeah.
It's like, what?
And
That's pretty awesome.
And Dello's here. So the
Yeah.
team, the Gladiators, were supposed to have our opening game.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah. What happened? So how'd you guys find out? Were you already there? Were you?
Yeah, so we already took the trip down and
we're in Frisco.
Frisco, Texas. At the
I was like,
Cowboys
San Francisco?
facility.
Wow.
Yeah, at the Cowboys practice facility. And well, of course we was hearing about it the day before that Wednesday that the NBA team's getting shut down and NBA player got diagnosed with the
Rudy Gobert. Yeah.
yeah. So
And another one too.
Yeah, another
yeah,
one,
Two guys
yeah.
on the Jazz,
Right.
right?
Yeah, two.
Yeah, because
yeah.
he was fucking around. Did you?
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
He was
so he was
touching all the
the
reporters'
mics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once we, of course, we was hearing about that, and then, I mean, first thing go through my mind, it's gonna just all funnel down.
Right.
So, we was scheduled to play still Thursday morning come, and we still scheduled to play 2 hours before we went to team lunch, and we heard about it at team lunch, game got canceled.
Like 4 hours before the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
like 4 hours before the game, and they was just like, we didn't heard so many stories, 60 days, 30 days, 2 weeks. Really don't know what's going on, so
Right.
I guess we got to kind of wait till
So,
everything happening.
And a lot of it's funny because you guys are an indoor football team that represents Albuquerque, and you guys are 2-time champions.
2-time champs,
Most of that's due to Dello.
2-time
Yeah.
champs. No, hey, team thing. Yes, sir.
And you're in the indoor football league because the arena football league just folded.
yes,
right.
yes.
And they can burn in hell.
Yes. I mean, hey, look, because we the top arena league now. When you come indoor, other
Yeah.
than CFL or XFL, or you got to come look for us. We're the top league now.
Well, I got to tell you, I had a hatred for the arena football league.
Why?
They sent me a cease and desist letter.
You
One
got
day.
one?
What
Is
did
this
you
for your
do?
shenanigans with the Stars?
What did you
No.
do?
So I used to have season tickets to there was an indoor football team in Santa Ana Star Center.
Yeah.
The Stars.
So was that Stars?
Yeah, the Stars.
Yeah. So they went and they played Terrell Owens when he was at the indoor football team
Oh,
for
and
Dallas.
Texas, yeah, and Odessa.
So I was filming, and he caught a pass, and then 2 dudes clotheslined him over the wall, and I put that on YouTube, and I was like, Terrell Owens gets tackled over the wall in an arena football game, and it went viral. Like it was on ESPN, it was on Sports Illustrated.
Your video was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Front page of Yahoo. And so then the fucking Arena Football League sent me a cease and desist, and they're like, that's indoor football? Calling all indoor football arena football would be calling all racing NASCAR. And I was just
Wow.
like, okay. So I had to go and change my YouTube video.
Wow.
And so then I saw that they went
And
bankrupt.
did you lose all the clicks and all the...
No.
No, okay.
No. But as soon as they folded, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's super funny, because I
Start
mean,
sharing that video again.
Oh, it's still there. It's online. People can go watch it.
We can go watch Tio get
Yeah.
clotheslined.
It's terrible because it's like it was like 2012 or 13, and the camera I was using, it's all, you can't. It's all shitty. I don't know a better word. Shitty. It's shitty. It's not 4K, that's for sure. But and then of course my friend was like, "Man, you've got like 200 downvotes, and people are saying it's a mean shit." And I go, "Yeah, but they're clicking on it."
Yep.
And I got a check in the mail. I'll tell you that much.
Did you make $12 or something from YouTube?
$1,000.
No
Down-
shit.
Yeah.
How many views did that
Wow.
get?
How
It's
many-
close to 1 million.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong business.
Right.
I think I am. I should have been
There's a reason
putting
why this little
YouTube.
fucking 8-year-old kid is like making $16 million unboxing toys on YouTube, man. There's
Right.
a reason.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're all stupid.
Some with Blackout Theater Company. This is like a point of reference. So Blackout Theater Company, we made that shit Berkenio say video.
But
a few years
but
back.
you put music in it that you.
But we
couldn't-
put music on it that we couldn't use.
Yeah.
So like that video got 1 million views, and we got nothing off of it. We made a second video. In the second video, we recorded a song on our own, and that one we've made like $800 off of.
and that was back whenever YouTube was like, it was the old west, as they say.
It was the old west. I graduated the year that YouTube started. That's how
Yeah.
old I am. That's what I tell kids these days.
I remember when there wasn't YouTubes out there. You just watched TV. Another group that I want to bring up is speaking of your theater group, Tricklock Theater Group.
Oh man,
They do a thing called Revolutions where they bring in all these different what do you
They
call
bring in
it?
theater
companies.
troops from all over the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's if you haven't been, it is wild.
It's pretty great. And the thing that sucks is they are right in the middle of it. And they brought all these groups from all over the world, and now they can't have more than
100 people.
100 people at one
Yeah.
of their things.
and they
So-
canceled the whole thing.
They canceled the whole thing.
Yeah.
So one of the things they're struggling with is, this could, ruin them. And so they have a GoFundMe that they've put on their Facebook page. So you just go Tricklock Company on Facebook, and they have if you scroll down, they have a GoFundMe, and they're trying to actually, recoup some of the money, just mainly so they could do it again, I think.
I mean, this was supposed to be their 20th year for the Revolutions Festival, so they had planned a ton of huge
Right.
stuff. They were bringing the founder of Tricklock back to do a show.
Yeah.
And they just started. They started on
Yeah.
Tuesday. They did their first show.
If you want to go on GoFundMe, it's Revolutions
It's so
Relief
sad.
Fund. The big thing that sucks right now is like there's no sports,
No.
there's no arts, there's no music, and we're all like making the sacrifice so that we can what do they call it flatten the curve
yeah,
Right.
of the virus. But the thing is like a lot of these people like like Dello and like Barney, this is how they make their money. They can't just they're sacrificing way more than anyone else because they're not just staying home. They're like not working.
It's crazy. Like my job as a promoter and booker is to create mass gatherings. Like that's like the
You're
more
the-
mass
yeah.
gatherings I can make, the better I am off with my job and with my work. And so now
Right.
being told like no mass like I can't.
Oh,
I mean I can work in booking stuff in July. Maybe May, but who knows? Everything's so like kind of fluid right now. But
Yeah.
it's really difficult to lose. all
what
of
did you
that.
guys do when the launch pad caught on fire?
I don't.
I wasn't
were-
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Remember
at
they
that
moved a
time.
bunch of stuff
Yeah.
back then to Low Spirits.
Yeah.
But I remember Joe was hurting for a long time because he couldn't have any shows. I felt so bad for the guy.
Yeah.
Well, and then I found out today, Launchpad will be opening just as a bar.
Okay.
So you can go in,
Crazy.
you can go in and just drink. I know Barney will be there slinging drinks.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
We'll
Going
tip you
into-
heavy.
Yeah, come see me. It's
So-
my only bartending shifts I've got.
I was at dinner with my Heina, and she was telling me about her friends at Elixir Boutique Chocolates.
Yeah.
They lost 40% of their business when the Chocolate Fantasy shut down. So
Really?
Chocolate Fantasy is the big chocolate and coffee show. And basically, it's the biggest thing for anybody who
Do
loves
you know?
that
And,
stuff.
and I saw them. What's the name of them again? They posted something.
Elixir Boutique Chocolates.
Let me pull them up.
And-
that was the one I was trying to find earlier.
Oh, sweet! And they're really great. They make all kinds of really cool, it's unlikely chocolates, right? Stuff that you wouldn't normally see
Yeah.
other places.
Like porno stuff? Or what?
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
And yeah, I feel really bad because they lost 40% of their business because the big trade show they count on locally to sell this stuff shut down. And the Chocolate Coffee Fest has, I don't know, what, 150 vendors there? I didn't go this year.
And it's not just going to affect Coffee Fest. Like, I got an email from so Red Light was supposed to be playing the Bernalillo County Wine Fest. Well, the same people that run Coffee Fest, Coffee and Chocolate Fest, run Bernalillo County Wine Fest. And so they messaged us and were like, that's in May, so they're not canceling that yet. But because of the financial hit that they took from having to cancel this, all of a sudden their budget for bands is like, it's cut.
Yeah,
right.
So I'm looking at
there goes that gig for us, but I'm sure for them that's...
Yeah, they lost a ton of money.
I'm looking at the Elixir Boutique Chocolate Facebook page.
Yeah.
ELIXIR and the boutique. If you scroll down, they're actually doing online sales, and they're doing 20% off. And they're elixirchocolates.com. You go on site online, and you can buy stuff. It's a 20% discount on any website purchase that totals $55 or more. They're doing free shipping. Discount code is SOS Elixir at checkout. So so that's one. Thank you for bringing that one up. I'm glad you said that one.
And I'm sure there's other chocolate places too that are really hurting for that. You know, the Gladiators. I think you still come to our games because sometimes we don't get 100 people.
Really?
I'm kidding. I'm totally
kidding.
I'm kidding. I just hurt Dello's feelings.
Hey, I said the same thing about some of these local band shows.
Hey,
I was like, it's all right. It's all right. There's that. You get 100 people in a local band.
Red Light Cameras, like 25 people go see them.
Hey, but look, the craziest part, Dan, is you said about the 100 people. They was trying to make a games where we didn't have no fans at all now.
Right.
Really?
What would that have been like?
Just to keep it going, and man, that would have been a shock for me because I mean,
you count on all of us yelling for you.
So the fans is what pays our bills, will keep us paid. It ain't like the league is giving us. The fans coming, the ticket sales, and stuff like that. So man, we really need the fans more than anything for us. That's how arena football even lasts. It's because of the fans. So that's definitely a killer. For us, our ownership too. I know she's just like wow, like put all this hard work in and
that's got to be really hard to do. I mean, this isn't a large market,
Exactly.
Like the United is like one thing, but like this town has seen its like share of like sports teams come in and go. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Scorpions, you had the NBA D League team that came in and went.
The Thunderbirds. Anybody remember the Chaparrals?
No.
What?
The Chaparrals.
What did they play? Like polo or?
The Chaparrals were a soccer team when I was in high school.
Oh, wow. What is the Chaparral?
That was the other question people had. It's a roadrunner.
It's a roadrunner, yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
what, in France?
La Chaparral. La Chaparral.
Someone in France is getting really mad right now. They're like, that is what we call them.
Yeah, right.
Right.
It's like I hope we have a lot of people from Italy watching. You see that shit where they're like, Italy is just like fucking getting wild.
Oh, this is wild. The woman I work with is actually Italian, and her parents came here to visit her, and they've been here 2 weeks. They can't get home.
Is she married?
Wow.
Yeah, and they're living with her and her husband. Yeah.
Too? Oh man.
And she doesn't know what to do because they will fly them to London, but from London back, they live in Venice of all places. But to fly them back to Venice, they don't know what to do. And like no airline wants to get them there.
I wouldn't want to fly back to Italy right now.
No.
I would. You know what? I would want to fly back to Italy in like 3 weeks.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Right.
So like you ride the waves. You stay here while it's not as bad and as Italy's getting over the hump.
That makes sense.
Then you leave. You go to Italy and it's over the hump. So you're here before the hump and you miss the whole.
Wow.
The bad part.
You after they've already flattened that curve.
Yeah, after like Italy's gonna flatten their curve before we do probably, and you just hop.
So, for Dello, so you guys actually jumped into a different league, is that right?
Yes, sir.
How does that work? I mean, you guys were like, this league, nah.
Yeah,
We've already beat all y'all.
Just like you just got the letter from the AFL, well, the IFL felt the same way. Man, CIF, what is that? That's not indoor football. They're lower league. They got the same mentality. Well, so, okay, bet. Then we'll come up to you guys' league if that's the case. We two-time champs, of course, and, what's the next step for us? Arena 1 folded, and we really not Arena 1 rules. We actually are IFL rules with 2 guy have motion. In Arena 1, you only have 1 guy that have motion, one receiver. Receiver wise, you got one guy, man. And so in our league, you have two guys, and the rules are much different, you know. So those guys got their nose turned up in the AF1. They don't play real football. You know, we play real football. You know, you can move everywhere. The linebackers, you know, can go anywhere. You know, in Arena 1, you kind of set up to where the one linebacker has to blitz every time. Yeah. That's not real football. You know what I mean? You gotta. It's defense. You have to, you know, read it. So that's kind of how we did that. Yeah.
I used to go to a lot. Like I had season tickets to the Stars. I had season tickets to the Wildcats. That was the other one that was here.
I don't even remember them.
I would sit we sat right behind. Like the first team I had season tickets to, we sat right behind the end zone, and we would always be like, number 40, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you got stuff to the current.
And this one time, man, we were like, number 40, you got nothing, and he like turned around, and he goes, oh yeah. I'll show you I got something. And he caught the kickoff, and he ran it back. And then he pointed at us, and he like...
Oh, man. That'd be the best part. Like I told you, we need those fans. We need the fans to keep us going, you know. You get into them go out of town, and, you know, them fans on the road, they brutal. Like, and like you said, you sit right behind them. Yeah. So it's like, okay, what if you was a fan that sat behind my bench? You know, so I got to hear you at the whole night.
So that was the second year. So we sat right behind the bench. And
exactly.
We would create chants with people's names. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, why don't you sit behind our team's bench? I was like, I don't want to make fun of our team.
Our home team, yeah.
And so it was one of those things where we would just talk shit nonstop about the other team. And I don't know how the fuck we didn't get beat up outside the game.
I'm in Spokane, Washington, and I got a bird poured on me. A bird from the top. Really? Guy poured a bird right down on me through my helmet. Psh. I'm like, what the heck? And then, so, I mean, they wind up coming to get him out, but that's just how the fans are. And, I mean, I loved it just because that's just keep our team going. Yeah, it's passion.
Yeah.
What I don't get is, like, you know, you guys are football, and it's professional football. And the funniest thing is like, I have all these friends that, like, every Sunday they watch NFL or whatever, and then I'll go, let's go watch the Gladiators. And they're like, and then they go, and then they're like, this is fucking amazing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. What is it? What causes people not to want to do that?
Because, like you said, it's the NFL comparison or the college. You got some people that love college more than like watching NFL. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of those things. But once they get a chance to see it, they like, this is way more hands-on than anything we can do. It's way more hands-on.
And it's a much faster game.
Have you ever been to indoor football?
I have not, no.
So these dudes, they'll throw a pass too high. And he'll jump up and catch it, and some motherfucker will blast him into the crowd.
And you'll be the one to catch me.
He'll land
shit. That sounds way
cool. You and your date will be the one to catch me.
That sounds way better. And then you get to take him home.
That's
just the rule.
Well, you got to buy him dinner first, I think.
Because I gotta have dinner.
Cook it, or like, I just bought some groceries.
I have a football, because like the footballs would fly in the crowd.
Yeah.
So I have or whatever the league was that. You know,
from the Stars.
Yeah, but it was funny because like I wanted one that had the stars on it, and they had run out of footballs. Mm-hmm. So I have a Mississippi Mud Dog or something like the Mud Dogs football, because they had to like borrow footballs from another team.
Makes sense.
But
it's like the same with like I see the same thing with music shows too. You know, there's the big bands come. You know, the ones that have names and like songs on the radio and all that, and everyone's going to those shows.
Right.
Sometimes I'll like watch them and be like, what is special about this? And then there'll be like some small local band that's just fucking killing it, and it's just playing amazing music and doing so well, but they don't have that like that cred behind them.
I feel like when it comes to like things like you just explained, I feel like once they get to that platform, that preparation is not the same as the hungry guy that you'll hear. And I feel like that's definitely with us, because I'm super hungry. I've been playing this game now for this might be my 7th season. So
where are you originally from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I played with a handful of teams, just a handful, because I done found the home now. You know, here at in Albuquerque with the Gladiators. So, you know, with that being said, you know, the grind and the passion, it never stops. You know, if I was in the NFL, maybe, I don't know, but I know me. I know my passion for what I do. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to be 100% in it, you know.
Where did you play college ball?
Yes, I actually did. I only played 2 years though at Harper College in Chicago, and Palatine, Illinois, right outside Chicago. And I
Is that
did
a D1 school?
no JUCO actually.
Oh, JUCO. Okay.
Yeah, so
Do you watch this show on Last Chance U on
yeah, definitely.
Netflix?
Definitely.
That shit is crazy.
Definitely, it is.
Have you guys anybody else watched that?
I haven't yet. It's like
Oh,
one of
you
those that I
haven't?
haven't. I keep wanting to dive into it.
Dude, the guy from Independence, that dude was nuts.
Independence,
And he's like gone now.
He gone now, yeah, because he just went crazy.
Dude, he went nuts. He was like a former gang member.
Yep.
And the crazy part about it is like this white guy who like was like from Compton, right?
Yep.
And he was telling the story about how like he was in the middle of a game and somebody was breaking into a car in the parking lot, so they stopped the game and jumped the fence and were beating the shit out of him. And I was just like, I'm like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah,
and that was Pee Wee League. That was Pop Warner.
Yeah.
They're asking what your name is. It's Dello Davis. He's a wide receiver for the Duke
Duke City Gladiators. He's number 0.
Number 0.
Got the
and
number
got all kinds of
changed.
league records. And
Did
shit.
your number changed?
Yeah, so no, I don't have a number change. So in the IFL, they didn't have a number 0. They was against it, but this year we moved there. We got it override, and it's the first number 0 in the league, man.
Awesome,
setting records, man,
awesome.
already.
And Dello holds league records in the CFL for CIF. I'm sorry, for like everything.
Yeah, receiving, touchdowns, catches, yards per game, you name it.
Yeah, carries,
yes sir.
Carries, catches, touchdowns. Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen this guy. He'll catch a kickoff and run it all the way down.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was the big question is, what was the hardest thing you had to like modify to play indoor football?
I knew you was gonna ask that. Just of course the outdoor game is much bigger field, so it's the timing is different. You know, in the arena everything is quicker.
Like run up, like you guys start running before the play starts.
Yeah, so you kind of have your footsteps together, kind of have your body in motion with that, because that's definitely super hard. You know, in a tight space to have to maneuver and still do your job at 100%. So it's definitely a learning curve. You know, college guys come in this game and feel like they can do an outside route, or running backs want to hit the outside hole.
No, how dare you?
Yeah, but look, I don't have to say it because they know it'll never work. Once they do it, they be like, "Why is it so hard?" You know, because it's much quicker. You got to do things different. So I mean, but once you get that learning curve, man, it's a blast.
Well, then it has a little bit of an aspect of hockey. Because you have a fucking wall.
You gotta, yes, sir.
And then you catch the football, and someone blasts you into the wall.
Yes, sir. Blast you into the wall, over the wall,
over the wall,
under
the wall, wherever.
Under the wall, whatever.
The other thing
you've gone over the wall in the end zone.
Yes, sir.
You go at least once a game.
At least once a game. Got to.
And the great part is on the north end of the field where these guys play. It's like the kids area where they have like a bouncy house and all kinds of stuff, and like he scares all these like 8-year-olds. Like there's all these 8-year-olds playing over there, and then here comes this guy flying over the wall, and you can see little kids just scatter, and then they all crowd him afterwards, and they help him up and put him back over the wall. Yeah.
And that's like the story they tell at school.
Oh God, yeah, we caught Dello as he came over the wall.
So that's your comparison with the NFL or any other. You got kids that can actually interact with you, touch you, and see what's going on. And after the games, they get to come to the field, get the autographs.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I know, right?
The field is weird because it's like real cushiony.
Super cushiony.
And almost like I was like, it was way more than I thought. And I was like, man, how do you run on this?
Exactly. It do get heavy on your calves and your ankles, and you got to get used to it.
How do you not like turn an ankle? Because it seems like it's like
that cushy.
It's like Jello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's weird. It's like really odd.
That sounds fun.
You gotta
You should go to. I mean, you gotta
but
go.
I'm sure when you're taken down on the field, though.
So Dan was trying to get me to go to a game for a long time, which I should have. But I was always. It wasn't that I didn't want to go.
You just always had something on a Saturday night.
It just literally would be on the same day as something else. Yeah. So we go, and Dan's like, "Oh, are you here?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Come on up." And we go up into the booth. And I had no idea where the fuck the booth was.
It's the jankiest afterthought. Have you ever been up?
To go up.
No, I know.
Have you been up there?
No.
So to get to the booth at Tingley, it is like the craziest, jankiest afterthought anybody had. At Tingley, yeah.
Okay.
It's you go all the way up the east side bleachers, right? And there's just like a fire door, and you open the fire door, and there's like this weird welded-on ladder to the wall that you climb up through
I seen that.
Yeah, through a skylight.
Yeah.
And not even like a cool kind of skylight. You know, like the skylight your elementary school cafeteria had, the plastic dome kind. Like they flip that up, and then you go up, and then you just walk on the roof.
Yeah.
And then you end up in this room.
As you do.
Yeah. All right. It's just you
like
climb
fucking
through
James Bond.
Yeah.
Shit.
it's like my weekly parkour as I go up.
No, and he's not kidding. It's kind of like, and so like Billy and I go up there, and Billy's like, I don't think this is right. Because
how can this be right?
Yeah, how can this be? You're climbing the ladder, then you're like walking across the roof, then you're outside of Tingley, you're on the roof like outside.
And you open the door next to the air conditioner unit.
Yeah, and we go in, and like there's this whole room of like journalists and people, and Dan's in there, and he's like, hey, that's another blah blah blah, and we walk in, and I'm like, these people are gonna be pissed. We're in the booth. No one looked at us. No one gave a fuck.
I feel like if you're able to find that booth, you're meant to be.
That's exactly
like,
how
you
they
don't
look at
just
it.
stumble in that booth.
They're like, yep. They're like, or they just don't give it. And Dan's got like, I don't know if I'll tell this. He's got his Dan snacks.
I do have Dan snacks.
Are they, what, like edibles or? Like?
You're right. No, I have tons of gummy bears and
the worst things you can have in your mouth when you're about to announce a bunch of shit.
Right.
Gummy bears, licorice.
Red
molasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, pour this molasses here. I keep it in a pitcher.
I actually just go straight Caro syrup.
Oh.
Some pecan pie.
I can't do a show without Milk Duds, man. It's like Milk Duds, no game. Cancel it.
Jesus. Peanut butter.
Right. Yeah,
But,
it probably is the worst stuff, but yeah, it's my Dan snacks. That and like Red
Dan
Bulls
snacks.
and yeah.
But so I went to the semifinal game.
Yeah, you were one of the playoff
against
games.
Amarillo, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, Amarillo.
Fuck Amarillo.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
got
sponsor
cars
this
in the
show.
ground. What do they do?
Fuck Amarillo. And they're in Texas. Just kidding. That's not. They do have a Whataburger there. That's good. But it was just back and forth, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna go to the title game this year. I just don't like. I know I was new to this whole story, but I was in. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna make it. And it was like what was the final score? It was like
hot.
Yeah. So I think I can't really remember the final score, but we beat them by a touchdown, and like you said, it was a back and forth game, dog.
Dude, it was
entire
like-
game.
If we beat them with a touchdown with like 3 seconds.
But it was
Yeah,
like
like this,
one
yeah.
team was in the 50s and one team was in the 60s.
Yep,
These are like basketball scores.
Yes,
Is
sir.
this like normal? Do you guys score that much?
Oh yeah.
Really high scoring.
It's way faster than NFL.
See, that's what I like. NFL's so slow.
Hey,
I like basketball so much because basketball's like points,
Yeah.
and they keep going.
Well,
Okay, you
well we
believe-
do. And then what's the defensive guy's name? For
Which one?
The
There's 8 of them on the field.
No,
Brett Bowers, certified.
I invited Jason tonight too. I'm trying to see if
this
Jason
guy,
can
this
make
guy's
it.
last name is Serta. So he'll hit somebody and then fucking Dan will be like, that's
Certified.
Yes, sir.
So there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Somebody get him a mattress. Perhaps a Serta.
Oh. Can I use that?
Yeah, take it.
Okay,
Gotta take it.
I'm gonna use
If
that.
you want puns, I'm a dangerous well of puns.
I will lean on you, Barney.
Put it on my gravestone. Dangerous well of puns.
But no, you got to do a pun on your gravestone.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'd be though. I'm not good at puns.
Well, I worry that if it says weld, people are going to try and dig me up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's where the money's buried. The New Mexico treasure.
Oh
my god.
all my money.
Oh my god.
All that the red light camera's gold.
The red light camera gold.
They don't let me have that.
Man. So
have you heard his band? No, you need to check them
They're
out.
fantastic.
They are fantastic.
We had the lead singer on last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was jealous, so that's why I was like,
Yeah.
why am I not on the show?
What kind of bullshit is this?
Well,
man?
Chris will bring me up for a special broadcast.
Maybe if all the shows are canceled in Albuquerque, I'll be on.
There's not even a coronavirus. I just made it up on Facebook and spread disinformation.
Just so you could be on the show.
Yeah, all end goal.
Amanda's in the chat. She said, "Oh my God, Barney!" Right now. So, she just said, "Yeah." Oh wow, that's pretty funny.
Over there somewhere.
No, the restroom. It's that door right there that's open.
Okay.
That's what happens when you have 10 drinks.
Already.
I'm on 4.
I think I'm on 3 here.
I'm on like 2. Jesus.
We were working on this earlier.
If you need to go, just
Yeah,
I started. I went to Sister earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Also another place that everybody should like support.
Yeah, keep
Pretty much
supporting.
any place where there are like service industry people right now. If you're healthy and you have the like like time and availability, which I think a lot of people are going to have time pretty soon here. Like support your service industry people, because they're going to be in some very dire straits right now.
I feel bad for all the small little restaurants that, they run on 5% margins, and they lose 5 or 10% of their people. You guys at the bar probably run on 5% too. People think you guys are rolling in money, but
all the time. Everyone's like, bars are just like going home and swimming in their swimming pools.
Not in this town.
Of gold coins. It's
not in this town.
Like there's rent, there's gas, electric, water.
Your fat salary.
My fat salary, whatever, that's nothing. Like it's like at the end of the day, most of these businesses in town are, like you're saying, are just running.
They're really
barely above.
Right, they run 3 to 5% margins, and you lose 5 or 10% of your customers because of the coronavirus. You are screwed.
You're screwed. It's done. Some people are on like a hair thin.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I put it on my Facebook. Everybody should check it out. A friend of mine who lives in Seattle owns a very cool restaurant there called Petit Rosso, and she got together all of her buddies who run all these other little restaurants in Seattle, and they made a little video of just who they were, and please come to our restaurants. We know it's scary in Seattle. And it's a great local video. And though it doesn't have any Albuquerque or Santa Fe restaurants in it, it's a great thing to remind you that there are local businesses that do need our support right now. So I'm going to go buy all my toilet paper at locally run grocery stores.
I went to Silver today.
So yeah.
They still got some?
They still have some. It was funny because they were unpacking individual rolls today. And I was like, well, thank God for you. But wow, we're already to the individual roll.
See, I'm planning all of my toilet paper necessary. I'm 3 in.
He's 3 in.
Amateur.
Right. What's the word? I'm planning all of my bathroom visits that that need toilet paper.
You're scheduling.
I'm scheduling them to happen whenever I go to Launchpad. because we just
you're gonna use the Launchpad shitter?
Well, here's the thing. All of our shows just got canceled for the rest of the month. All our shows at Launchpad, all our shows at Sunshine, all our shows at Inside Out, all our shows at El Rey. We've already got all of our toilet paper rolls and stuff in. Because
it's like that meme. If you've shit here, you're not.
You're immune.
Yeah. Well, and so I'm just taking my dosage of immunity every day.
Well, I was trying to think of all the places I've shit in that have made me immune to the coronavirus in this town.
My favorite today was the
Ho-Ho.
The Ho-Ho Chinese.
Oh man.
Yeah. Ho-Ho Chinese. Have you eaten here?
Did you ever eat at the Ho-Ho's that was by UNM when they had it?
Yeah, dude, that was some janky shit.
Some dude one time stole my egg roll.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. No, so I heard of it. My coach was telling me about it. He said the one, is it off of Manar?
Yeah. It's
not that one.
No, but there's a bunch of sketchy places off.
It's off. It's by Red Lobster. Wherever Red Lobster is.
Yeah. Did Pig try it?
Someone knows where Red Lobster is. Like
Martino.
It's Montgomery.
Okay. Yeah.
It's off Montgomery in San Mateo. Mm-hmm. And what they do is, it's like you go in there and it's like $4.75, and you get 3 items, and then like rice or lo mein. And like, you know how they have the clamshell thing? Mm-hmm. They're literally like, it's like, ugh, and shit's popping out the sides. And everybody's like, well, is it good? And you go, $4.75 good. You know?
Right? Well,
it'll last you a couple days sometimes.
I would pinch pennies in college and like eat at Ho-Ho's because I'm a poor kid and always have been. And so I pinched pennies. And one time I was sitting there eating my Ho-Ho's, and like this dude walks up to me. And he just like goes to my plate, and he just grabs my egg roll.
Is this in the restaurant?
In the restaurant. Grabs my egg roll, takes a bite out of it, looks me in the eye, puts the egg roll down, and goes, "What?" Dang. And I was like, "Do you want the rest of it?" Or like,
if we're gonna tell Ho-Ho stories,
what?
Right?
I was in there one day, poor and eating. And this guy was like sitting across from this other guy, and he's like, "I can't believe you wore mandals out in public." Sandals. And I'm like, and I turn and I look down, and this dude who's talking shit to the other guy has on Crocs.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm like, I got mad, and I was like, fuck, I want to get into this so bad. I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you are, Croc man? You know? It just, yeah. So I got to get into this. So we have a tradition now on the show. If you've never done the show before.
I was going to get upset because you offered.
Yeah, I saw you bring out the bottle.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Malort is?
No.
You don't?
Explain to me.
Oh, I've never actually had Malort,
Oh, well
Chris.
then fuck. We got, that's good.
Yeah,
Extra
I know what it is. I
Are
have
you guys
not
ready for
had
this?
it.
Yeah, let's go.
It is the most vile, disgusting thing you've ever had, or so I've read and been told.
Okay. Barney? Yeah,
I'm in. Oh,
I'm in too.
No, I was
I'm
jealous.
doing with you then, because if we're all going to do one, if we're all going to go to the loony bin together.
I had never, ever had Malort.
All right.
Dello?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That is way too much. Sorry,
They
Barney.
even put a line on it for you. It's like-
I know.
it's like
I know.
instructions.
I'm not a bartender.
Right, yeah.
It's up there.
So,
Anybody else? Want
where is the Malort from, Chris? This is, like, it's from, like...
Hold on. Let me get another shot glass and I'll tell you.
Okay.
I will say this while he's gone.
I might have to Google it.
If you
It's
come visit
supposedly
me,
the most vile...
Don't smell like nothing.
Yeah.
if you come
Apparently it's the
visit
most
me at
vile thing I've ever had.
Launchpad,
Do you have it at Launchpad?
No, we don't have Malort. No, but I will pour your shots this high at least.
To mule another bottle for me.
Where did you even
So
find
you
this?
cannot get this in anywhere but Chicago.
Okay.
One of my
It's made
favorite
by a
cities.
company called Jepsum's Malort, and it's we're running low, so I'm gonna have to hit up somebody and get another bottle.
Anybody in Chicago want to send a bottle? Can you
Oh,
send a
I'm
bottle
going to tell
of
Ethan.
I was
Ethan
actually-
White is in Chicago right now.
If he can ship it.
Yeah.
So I was actually talking to Ming Chin from
Oh, Ming, yeah.
last night, and we were talking about getting a Malort mule. Okay, so this alcohol has been described. Actually, there's actual ads that say when you want to kick your mouth in the balls, or when you want to unfriend someone in person. Jepsum's Malort. So it's been described as hot rubber bands. But it's the pride of Chicago. If you go to Chicago and you go, hey, I'll have a shot of Malort, and they know you haven't had one before, they get excited. So
Is it a whiskey?
no,
What is
What
it?
is it? Liqueur?
it's a alcohol made with wormwood, which is what they make absinthe out of.
I was born on warm.
All right.
Okay,
No.
are we all ready?
All right. Do we need ice with this? Is there a Malort toast?
Just a Corona back in your cure.
Yeah.
I think you gotta let it sit
Don't.
for a sec before you do that.
I hear it's got. I
Okay.
hear it's got an aftertaste that lasts for a while
Yep.
there.
That's what
All right,
it is.
so hey,
That's what it
let's
is.
let's do a short. What do you call it?
I'm gonna say quarantine
Short
starting
quarantine.
on Monday.
Yes.
I'm gonna call it right
Extended
now.
vacation
Short
for
quarantine.
me.
All right, guys, let's hit this.
All right.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, that wasn't that bad.
Oh, no, it gets worse.
It does.
That's pretty awful.
It's pretty
Oh my god.
fucking
Yeah.
awful. Look at him. He's like,
Yeah.
oh god, look.
Is
I like
this...
how you hit that with the beer.
So
That doesn't help.
No.
it tastes
No.
like. All right, here's my description. It tastes like somebody just like burnt out their tires in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what it tastes like. You remember when you was a kid and the battery that you put your tongue on it?
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like to me.
Yeah.
the battery
Like a
spin,
9 volt.
shock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's oh my
So
goodness.
Amanda said you can't chase it, and I'm like, it doesn't
No.
matter.
It doesn't matter, huh? Oh.
No.
I bet I could get used to it though. I could get used to that.
This dude
It's-
over here is just like
DJ's like, what?
What? Be like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, they got the, like you said, rubber bands.
Rubber bands.
You got the rubber
Yep.
bands.
Got the rubber bands.
I got the rubber bands. I also got like,
My favorite.
what is
description-
that?
My favorite description
The
is
back of the
it
tongue.
tastes like rubber bands and regret.
Rubber bands of regret.
It's like that rubber band ball that someone has, and
Yeah,
for some reason it got in your mouth.
Is
I don't
this
know.
what? Is this what condoms taste like?
An old Is this what condoms is like? An old greasy rubber band.
I
You
would
know
never
what you
think
said.
about
It
that.
feels like rubber in the back of my throat. I
Oh,
feel
no,
like
what
that's a
do
good
What does she
analogy.
think? What do you think it tastes like?
Oh, it totally tastes like condoms.
She said.
Oh, wow.
Called it. I fucking
Yes.
called it.
Gross. Yeah.
We have an off-camera female in. Oh, they said Barney's cheating
What? How am
Oh.
I cheating?
because you chased it. I'm like that
It's
doesn't matter.
still. I can still
No,
taste the aftertaste. It's
I
back
like how we
there.
have one female on the thing. She's like, it does taste like condoms.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, Jepsum's Malort. Wow, we really put a dent in that thing. What does it say on the back? It used to have a whole different slogan. It says, Jepson's Malort has the aroma and full-bodied flavor of an unusual botanical. Its bitter taste is savored by two-fisted drinkers.
Man,
that changed. They actually had a different one.
They're really using that word. What was
unusual?
Unusual. Very. It's very liberally.
Yeah. Well, that's their marketing firm. But they're like, it's a special flavor. What does that mean? Good or bad? It's different. When you're always like, just tell us the truth. It's called ho-hos. It's Chinese food.
I know you go for ho.
It's Chinese food. Is it good Chinese food? Chinese food. It's Chinese food.
Like you get a lot.
It looks like it.
Hey, sometimes though, so I went to the grocery store today, right?
Okay.
Which was crazy. Was crazy. And I'm walking around the grocery store like, all right, everybody's freaking out. I should get some things. I get some supplies. Everyone's freaking out. I should get stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's gone.
What was your go-to? What did you have to get? Besides toilet paper, apparently.
Well, there's no toilet paper. There's no toilet paper at all. Like, the whole aisle is wiped out.
Yeah.
I need pickles. Like, for me, like, as a person, I like pickles. I really like pickles. And they last for a long time. So
What's your favorite brand? I love pickles, too.
Oh, man.
What's your
pickles, macaroni and cheese,
What's
pasta. I like kosher dill pickles.
Kosher, okay, all right.
You can get some small gherkins?
No, I don't know. I probably got Kroger or whatever was there. The
little mini gherkins.
Those little ones. Yeah, those ones are good, but that's not enough pickles for me. I need more pickles.
I heard, in my life, I never knew that was the fucking name of a pickle.
There was one time I got a 5-gallon fucking barrel of pickles. Blackout Theater was doing a circus show. And so for our circus show, we had a midway. So the show was crazy. It was very immersive. There are 2 plays, and both plays took place in the circus. And so the plays would happen, but before the plays would happen, we'd have a midway where you could play circus games and throw the darts at the balloons and try to pull the lollipop off that has prizes and you win stuff. And then we had a concession stand and we got a 5-gallon barrel of pickles, and it was the best thing ever. That thing lasted 4 weeks, and I would just show up to rehearsal every day just pull out another pickle. It was so great.
It's not like the pickles are going to go bad.
No, they didn't.
Mold all over the pickles. Nope.
What's your brand then, Dello? You got
I like kosher too. The kosher pickles. I like hot pickles. I'm really not I don't like hot foods really, but hot pickles I do love.
Hot pickles are great.
I always think it's weird when they have the individual.
That's the one I get.
With the characters on them.
You peel up.
It
comes like a sandwich, Yeah.
It's hot mama. That's the one. The hot mama pickle. You get the hot mama pickle. It's so good.
So what about you guys? What was your go-to? I had to go to the store and I had to stock up because shit's gonna shit. The world's ending. What'd you have to get?
Beer and cigarettes.
I will be honest.
I was like, "Yep, me too."
Hey, look,
I went and stocked up on weed yesterday.
Oh my god,
man!
And today I went to the grocery store. It's just
I know what goes out.
That's why I was like, all right, hold on, I gotta get my weed first.
Shit, fucking sober. What about you?
I haven't. I actually, like I said, I'm just getting back, going through all this, So I haven't even been to the grocery store. We got back about 4 this morning. So get up and just trying to get my day started, just to get going to see if I'm gonna be going back home. So I haven't even went grocery shopping, and I got $200 in food stamps right now. So
dang,
I think I need to get.
I would say this: go to the grocery stores in the not as good neighborhoods.
Go down to the valley.
Yeah, because I went super. So I went over here to I went to the Lowe's on Lomas and 12th, which is kind of nice. Parking lot's full, can't find a parking spot. So I go to the Smiths on Carlisle, which I call Hot Girl Smiths. Hot Girl Smiths packed.
As opposed to Ghetto Smiths.
Ghetto Smiths down on Yale.
Yeah,
packed. So I was like, all right, let's go to the real Ghetto Smiths, which is Smiths on San Pedro. Smiths on San Pedro, there's spots in the parking lot. That place still had
if you go to
had stuff. They didn't have toilet paper.
If you go to the supermarket and they have a tower for the security guard to overlook the parking lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably all right. You're probably good. You probably get some shit there.
Yeah,
So,
that's San Pedro Smith. San Pedro Smith has like
Yeah.
a guy in a uniform standing at the front door. Like,
Yeah.
Here.
Clotheslining people when they steal beer.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
They didn't have any bags left.
I have something to admit. I'm a fucking terrible shopper. Like grocery shopping, I am awful. Like I will buy groceries and then I'll go to someone else's house and I'll see like their pantry and I'm like, damn, this is all shit I should buy. I just don't know how to do it. Like when I'm at the store, I don't like make a list. I don't think about it. I'm just like, fuck, man. So I'm at the store today and I'm just like, well, I'll get like 10 cans of pinto beans, some green beans, you know, and that's just what I mean. That's the shit I buy. I don't know if there's any people out there that are like me, where I just don't understand like what to buy when I get to the store. Then I get home and I'm like, everybody's like, do you have any snacks? And I go, no, I did not buy any snacks at all.
I focused on snacks.
Yeah.
I got popcorn, I got crackers, I got pickles, I got chips, I got salsa. This is a horrible plan. I'm horrible at planning. But I also am like, guys, everyone's freaking out. I don't know. Like, I haven't heard about factories shutting down. I haven't heard about manufacturing shutting down. I haven't heard about them shutting off the water. I know it's like, it's good practice. Like, yeah, you should be prepared and have all your stuff. But to a certain extent, like, being in the grocery store today was like, everyone needs to, like,
chill the fuck out.
Chill the fuck out. It's not like, yes, we need to be prepared and we all need to like do stuff. But for people to be hoarding shit, I just worry about all of the waste. You know, like Americans are like A+ experts at wasting
and
food.
I thought the same thing. That's why I bought canned goods.
I did too. And I
bought a bunch of chicken soup.
I hope that if July comes around and everyone's still sitting on all these canned goods because McDonald's didn't shut down and they can still go to McDonald's, that they like think about donating those canned goods to like homeless shelters or people in need or stuff like that, because this like people are. I don't want to say they're overreacting, because like you do what you got to do, and some people have families and they've got to like
and I saw some
feed their kids for days and like I get that.
I mean, I clotheslined some kids.
To get those beans. Man, all the kids. All right, this was bizarre. I'm in the grocery store, and all like adults freaking out, panicking. Like you really get to see like the state. It felt like a movie, and you really get to like see the state that everybody's in during this very stressful times.
Weirdly, the liquor store was empty.
Yeah,
very weird.
I don't know why. Give it time. Give it time. All the kids though at the grocery store, they're like laughing and they're like they have their phones out and they're like filming everybody panicking and
look at all the stupid adults.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, what's their problem? We're not gonna get sick.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to think like that as a kid too. You know, I mean, it was never too serious. But to piggyback off what you said, you know, I thought about myself. You know, as I'm riding on the bus ride home, got crazy thoughts. We drinking on the bus. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna start planting vegetables and stuff and give me a vegetable garden, and I think that'd be good. You know,
Coach was letting you drink on the bus.
Yes,
Gatorade.
No. Yes and no.
It's like
Gatorade. Yes and no. But
man,
but
Friday Night Lights coach is way.
Hey, what you just say? We last chance you. It's our last chance.
No. I was just saying, have you seen that? I love that.
Yeah, no. But no, that's just serious. I was just thinking, I'm like, man, because I always love to learn something new. You know, always. And just to think about, because our uniforms, we had to wear our last year's jerseys for this first game because of what's going on. They couldn't send our packages over. So I'm just thinking like, okay, if that's the case, you know, what about with foods, with other things, you know, that can't get sent over right now? I think I'm gonna do me a vegetable garden.
That's awesome.
Me and my girlfriend are moving into a new place on Sunday.
Your girlfriend, nice.
Yeah, but she's right over here.
Sitting
right over there. We're moving into a new place on Sunday.
Oh, you got a girlfriend, man?
Yeah, we don't want to tell your wife.
Don't tell my wife I'm moving into a new place with my girlfriend, and my wife can't know, but it's okay. But we got like a nice yard, and there's like it's like attached to an acequia ditch, and like
see, look at you.
That like it's all like grass is already trying to grow in the backyard, so we're like let's just grow some shit.
Might as well try.
Yeah.
So we kind of reached the end of the first hour. I want to take a break, but before that, I want to do all the promotion that we do. Normally on this show we have Holly Ann and we have Ray and we have Smiley, and the thing is, like, everybody's like, why are you doing a show tonight? there's nothing. The thing is, the one thing that's suffering right now is the art. There's no sports. There's no
no music.
And then I hear that movie theaters are actually starting to like sparse out.
Mulan, they pushed it back.
Yeah,
They pushed back James Bond.
yeah.
And Fast and the Furious 8.
And I wanted to do, it's Friday night.
9?
I was like, people need entertainment.
9?
And I also wanted to help. Like I used to listen to Ed Schultz, and Ed Schultz was whatever your politics are, he used to do on his show on Fridays. He used to do this thing where he called it Small Business Fridays. People could call
770?
people could call in, and you could promote your small business and tell people where it was. And I'm like, man, we need artists to, that's the one thing that's suffering right now. You can't let art die. And also, like, there's, here's a couple of announcements. If you're home and your kid, depends on meals that are at school, if you go to aps.edu, they've identified 89 sites for student meal pickups. So aps.edu if you need help with your children to get meal pickups. Also, Broken Trail Brewing and Distilling.
Are they giving out booze to the needy?
No. They made hand sanitizer that they're handing out for free.
Oh, sweet.
So if you need hand sanitizer, go to Broken Trail Brewing and Distilling. You can go on Facebook or you can Google them, and they're giving away free hand sanitizer they've made from the booze that they make. I made that joke. I was like, people are like getting recipes for hand sanitizer. I was like, oh, it's called Everclear. Just dump it on your hands. It kills everything.
Father of mine, tell me where have you been?
I got to interview them.
You got to interview Everclear?
The bass player.
That's like the whole band right there, man. I'll tell you what, as a bass player.
The bass player called into our show one time. But do you guys have? I mean, if you guys once the quarantine is over and play as a result, go see a Gladiators game.
I want to go check it out. Yeah, that's
Barney, you have to, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking about
sounds
you would be like, I should have been coming.
Yeah,
but it's okay though, cause we got you. When you get there, your first experience, I'm gonna make sure it's your best one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you want to support Barney, go to Launchpad because they're a bar.
Yeah, we're
now.
open. We're open. We decided today we're going to be open every day from 4 o'clock to midnight.
I'm going to do my part.
If people are there at
I'll join
midnight
you.
and want to hang out till 2, we'll hang out
I'm
till 2.
going to become a regular at Launchpad
Yeah,
during the quarantine.
I'll be there on Monday and Wednesdays.
That depressed loner guy in the corner of the bar that orders the same thing and they go,
Oh man!
And I go,
my happy hour crew is gonna be like pissed because my happy hour crew, they pretty much like Launchpad is more.
Yeah.
The thing that's hard for Launchpad and is that we are a bar that's pretty much we're very reliant on events happening.
Right.
That's
Like,
that's your business.
Yeah, that's our business. Our business is
throwing concerts. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if we don't have concerts, like we do happy hour on weekdays, and we have like about 6 people that come in, and we do happy hour for them because they're friends and they want to come in, and that's their spot and that's where they're at. So we usually have 6 people at happy hour.
Are you guys gonna offer a quarantine special?
We do. We've got 250
The
Coronas. 250 Coronas for our happy hour special.
I want a drink called the Quarantini.
We are working on a vaccine actually.
Oh, nice.
Joe Anderson poured it himself for me today. It was a mixture. It was vodka, peach schnapps, some grenadine, and some sweet and sour.
I'm pretty sure Malort killed all of the virus.
I feel like Malort should be our quarantine.
If you've had Malort, you're not going to get the coronavirus. I also saw that there's a pop-up testing center now in Albuquerque. It is a drive-through, which is weird because they closed drive-thrus a long time ago. But it is.
Do they draw blood? Is it a swab? Is it an ear thing?
know.
What do they do?
But it's at the Loveless Medical Center on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue. So
that's just up the street.
If you think you have the coronavirus, by all means, go drive. I mean, that's right up New Mexican's alley. It's like, oh, we just drive through. Fuck it, fuck yeah. And I was thinking about it's funny because I was talking to some people about. Well, I'll tease this for a second hour. Jobs. If your job closes down, what you could do during the quarantine for work. We'll tease that. You're not gonna stay for a second?
I got it's one of my best friend's birthday parties.
I thought we were all going together. I thought we were going to the party together.
That's true. I've got to pee.
We'll go. No, we're gonna take a break.
Okay,
We're gonna take a break.
We'll take a break.
So, does anybody have anything else they want to promote, or?
Well, April 4th. I mean, I'm just gonna promote it anyway, man. That's the first home game scheduled, as in, I guess, last week or 2 days ago. April 4th, first home game for the Gladiators, 6 p.m. Tailgate starts at 3 p.m.
Tailgates are awesome.
Coliseum. You know, hopefully we can see you guys. Everything die down, and
is there drinking in the tailgate?
Yeah, of course. I think it is. It was right. I've never been to a tailgate.
No, you guys are always practicing. Yeah, you can get.
Okay.
If there are any cops watching, there's no drinking at the tailgates. Right. Nobody drinks at the tailgates.
At the state fairgrounds, but
whatever's in that flask is water, Mr. Officer.
Yeah. So
it's Malort. That doesn't count.
I'm gonna say this. On Sunday we have Brandon Smith. He's gonna be, so we usually have a bar right here.
You mean Albuquerque's greatest gambler, bartender and gambler, both of them. Yeah. He does both.
So he won the Woodford Reserve Master of the Manhattan, and he'll be here Sunday night, 6 to 8 p.m. He's gonna be making Manhattans for us. He'll be our first guest bartender. On at some point, you can probably come bartend if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm not going to be as good as Brandon. That's for
Who
sure.
cares?
That's all right. But hey, I can open your Coronas.
Yeah, it's all signature.
I've been opening up Coronas with lighters. Okay, I don't know. That was like really cool when I was in college.
Yeah,
like that was impressive.
I've been opening them up for a long time, boys. But
so I just noticed you have a Wu-Tang. What is it? A thing? What is that Wu-Tang thing?
It's a mug.
It is a mug. Check this out.
Yeah. Wow. I have a funny story.
Right? Isn't that great?
Got a whole,
I think you got a. This is
quarantine thing for you. Yes.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have something to show you the break that I can't show on the camera. So and I have a really funny story with it. So we're usually Sunday nights. Facebook.com/10drink, and Sunday as well. I'm gonna extend this as long as the quarantine lasts. If you're an artist. And you have a way that people can like help you out that without going to see you in person, let me know and we'll promote it. I mean, I want to do that. I want to be or a small business.
Send us your gallery links. Send us your show schedules. Send us your photos. Keep them all up. Yeah. Donate money.
Blackout Theater just started a brand new podcast. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm going to cross-promote here.
I'm going to go ahead and shut Barney's
All right, you shut it off real quick. Blackout Theater's got a new podcast before Chris shuts us off.
No, go for it, man. Okay.
All right. So Blackout, the timing's crazy. Yeah. But we were recording this podcast over the last season. Uh-huh. And now we just started with this. Yeah, it's episodic.
Oh, well, that's great. I love that.
Yeah, no. So basically what we've done
Thanks for asking me to help. Fuck you.
Hey, I probably asked you to help, and you were like, "I'm helping everyone who says they want a podcast." I tried
to help you guys. I don't think the guy liked me.
Maybe not. I don't know. He can be so. But he's not gonna watch. I hope. Sorry, Leonard. But Leonard,
we'll make sure we're tagging him.
I will say this:
Facebook.
Leonard is an amazing person, and he has been leading this project. He's got a podcast called Campos Santos, and basically what they're doing is they've created this narrative that involves New Mexico folklore, like cuentos kind of stuff, cool. Chupacabras, all this like different like New Mexico myths and legends.
Yeah,
and it's all kind of tied into a podcast series, so it's pretty cool. We just launched it. We just launched it this past weekend.
Well, I mean, people are home quarantined. They got something to listen to. You know?
We're putting out. We've got
it's a good time.
We have 2 episodes out right now. We'll have another episode out this upcoming week. We just started the podcast. So.
Yeah. So I want to tease for the second hour. Like, what are you upset that got canceled? Because I have a whole fucking list.
I got a lot too.
So yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for listening. 10drinkminimum.com is our website. Facebook.com/10drink. And then at 10drink on Twitter. I want to thank everyone for being here, and we're gonna come back for the wavy hour. We're just gonna take a break. Thank you guys for listening. We are 10 Drink Minimum.
Sweet.
Strong, there was no use crawling to the dumpster. I was speaking of wishes, one of the days they could be better. nights with just those locker walls. It's cost me by on the way.
I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Quit it now. That's canceled too.
Oh, hey.
Who's the sound guy here?
It's me. Hold on. Let me turn it down a sec. We're back from the break. We lost Dello, which is fine. I mean, he that was great, man. He came on.
It's cool to just talk to those guys.
Yeah.
You know, how often do we have professional athletes on? You have them on, well, if you count wrestlers, a lot.
I've had.
He made one of them his co-host.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He has a wrestler.
Yeah.
What's his name? The trash man?
Ray Basura.
Ray.
Basura,
Yeah.
which means
Which
trash.
to me, like,
It's
really
Spanish,
blew
huh?
my mind. Like Ray came in and I didn't. So I don't speak Spanish. What does Basura mean?
Trash.
Trash.
Garbage.
What does
Yeah.
Ray mean?
Garbage. Son.
King.
King.
Oh.
So he was
Trash
the Trash
King.
King.
Ah.
Ray Basura, which was like.
That's even more clever than
Yeah.
I thought it was to begin with. I just thought Basura, and I was like, well, Ray. Of
Right.
course, it was Ray.
And it was like
Right.
all a matter of time before I had a pro wrestler on my show. You know that, right?
Right.
So
And wait, have you had Rusty Rutherford?
I've had Rusty on the show. Yeah,
He's a
he
wrestler.
He's a
he was
wrestling
Ray's-
manager.
He was Ray's manager.
He's a manager, yeah.
Oh, he's a manager.
He was
Okay.
Ray's manager. He was like,
I am way out. I need
Yeah.
to really take my girlfriend to a wrestling match locally.
man.
You and me both.
Oh, she needs to take me to a wrestling match, I guess. Yeah.
Are you? What? You sure you don't want to be on? There?
You should grab a mic over here.
jump
We have,
on.
we have a hot mic. We have a hot mic.
There's like, yeah.
We're talking you into it. We're talking you into it.
I like this barber chair.
Isn't that
Right?
great?
It's-
Where did you
it's-
get this?
Someone gave it to me for free.
Oh, what a cool gift.
I'm one of those like I'm on Facebook a lot, and people are like, "We're giving this away," and I go, Fuck
That's
yeah.
how we got our house.
Wow.
No joke.
You know Ben Levine?
Yeah.
That's gonna be our new landlord.
Oh dang.
Is
So
that new
tell
super?
everyone who you are.
Hi, I'm Andee Schree. I work for APS and I'm in Blackout Theater Company.
So how do you feel right now?
Yeah, you
about-
got. Are you working?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happened. Last night, I went to check on coronavirus news because I'm panicking like everybody
Sure.
else. And I went on CNN's live feed and it said, New Mexico, all public and private schools closed for 3 weeks. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, that's news to me.
Do you still get
Surprise.
paid is the question.
Well, we went in today and we found out after a whole day of waiting that all of the school's teachers
Yeah.
get 3 weeks off and all of the students, and they're getting paid completely, which is fantastic. I was really scared they wouldn't because they're different than
But you're leaving
ours.
out that you're not exactly a teacher.
No. I'm technically a year-round employee, which is more on an administrator schedule, so
Oh.
I will be there serving no teachers
Oh.
every day for 3 weeks.
So you don't even get the cool off time.
No, I'll sit at my
That
desk
sucks.
and shuffle my books around.
Oh man.
I know.
Sweet.
Bummer.
That's well. Thank you for being on the show.
Of course.
I appreciate it. I mean, you were like no, and you're in Blackout Theater as well.
I am, yeah.
So you're part of this other podcast.
No.
This competing podcast.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
Where the member who's in charge of that, Leonard, he works with CNM. So he's had a
Yeah.
lot of really like young, lovely CNM talent working on this podcast. And it's been very inspiring
You're
and
just digging
uplifting.
it right in, aren't you? Digging it right.
It's all stories. It's not people
No, I know,
casually
I know,
talking.
I know. It's all welcome to Night Vale or whatever. Yeah.
That's a big influence.
I'm just kidding.
If you like Welcome to Night Vale, check out
Also, you might like-
Campo Santos on
Santo.
Spotify.
So I want to go ahead and put this out there again. If you guys are if you're watching and you're a small business or an artist or a musician and you have
Or a
way,
football player.
or a football player and you have a way to make money that's not people coming to see you live and you want us to promote it, please put that in the chat and I will definitely promote it. And I will do that today and I will do that Sunday and I'll do the Sunday after that. We're all about the arts. I mean, dude, that's the thing. I mean, I love going to work all the time, but the thing is the reason why we work is art. That's the reason why we work. You know, what's the point? Like when I think there's a terrible Winston Churchill quote that people get wrong. That he said, they said we got to get rid of arts, and he said, then what's this all for? Something like that. I paraphrase that terribly. But we have, if you're just tuning in, we have Dan Mayfield, who's the announcer for the Duke City Gladiators. You're a little more than that.
I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done a lot of stuff through the years.
Yeah.
What else?
TV shows and worked at KOAT.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did commercial radio.
Were you in the Alibi for a little bit?
Alibi wrote about me, but I never wrote for them.
You also like had your own cable access.
I had my own
show.
cable access show for a long time.
What was that about?
Where are the? Oh.
And that was a 1 hour talk show every morning.
What was it called?
It was called the Morning Brew,
Morning Brew.
and it was every morning from 7 to 8.
Like you are the
I think
one.
I could swear you were on the show.
We were on that show.
Yeah.
I was on that show at some point.
You
I
were.
know I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
With,
you're the one
what
person
was
I don't
his name?
understand who doesn't
Me,
have a podcast.
Larry Aarons had it
Larry
before I
Aarons.
did.
Right?
Larry had it, and then they fired Larry.
I think I went on with Larry Aarons, and then I went on. With
Yeah.
So I heard a weird rumor about him.
Do you know what he's doing now?
No.
Selling
Podcast.
cars. Can we take guesses?
Yeah, take guesses. Run around there.
Podcasting.
Podcasting. He's podcasting.
I did see that.
So he's podcasting this weird religious thing now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 700 Club style.
Oh, God.
Does he have the cure?
I don't know, but Jim Baker got busted for that.
Yeah, he
They're
did.
suing
Yeah,
him.
They sued the shit
Yeah.
out of him.
Well,
today.
So he got
Yeah.
busted for that, but they haven't busted fucking Alex Jones yet.
He got a DUI.
He got a
No,
DUI.
I know he did, but now he's saying that they have a toothpaste that kills the coronavirus.
Oh, I've been using that. That's why I'm.
And he said,
That's why I'm healthy.
He said depending on use it.
Yeah.
So Dan is like the one guy I'm really shocked doesn't do this.
Podcasting?
I've tried to get you to do
Yeah,
You
how
have,
do-
yeah.
How do you not have a podcast yet?
You know,
Not even
it's
a
just
podcast, it's a web show. He lives in this pimp ass apartment.
it is
Is
pimp
that
ass.
true?
It's like when you go. He does this kick ass New Year's Eve. We talked
Hold
about
on,
it on
it's
the show.
an actual pimp's ass, though.
He lives in a pimp's ass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he has. So you go to his house for New Year's Eve, and you walk into Dan's house, and he has like this not apartment. It's a townhouse
It's a condo thing.
condo.
Yeah.
You walk in, and he's got like art on the walls. He's got a pool table. He's got the cigarette machine that opens up, and it's a
bar.
It's a bar.
What?
Yeah, dude. And if you threw 3 cameras in it and filmed, and then a big window overlooking Albuquerque.
It would be porn.
Yeah, dude. It'd be like Dan would walk up and be like, "Oh, didn't see you guys." With this martinis.
I've got a kimono I could put on.
Welcome to 11 drink minimum. God damn it, Dan! You let people drink more.
Why are you cutting people off?
I've got 2 bottles of Malort.
2 bottles of Malort, fresh on ice.
There's 2 guys here. They're both called Smiley.
Do you imagine if you're like, we have the Malort and it's chilled? Like that matters.
Right. Right.
Does
It's
it taste
actually
better? No.
It's heated.
Does it take away the burning rubber taste? I still have it.
do
There's
too.
still a little
You
bit
know
of
what?
a lump in
I've
the back
got
of my
some
throat.
gum. It helped. You want some?
No, I'm
Alright,
gonna
shoot
give me.
some
I'll
gum.
take another Corona.
Okay.
Corona.
Some gum.
What are you at now? How many drinks is that?
You're not at
This
10.
puts me at 6.
Barney's going for the 10 drink minimum. And I had to talk Barney into staying.
Yeah.
So I tease this for that. What is the one thing that's been canceled that upsets you for this coronavirus?
Launchpad shows for one.
Well, I'm sure that's one.
but
Other than that.
you know, it's just I all of the idea of the mass gathering. Like I am just a social person. I think
Yeah.
Barney, you're the
Same.
same way. You're the same
Same.
way. And you know, if there's a gathering with a bunch of people, I kind of just want to be there as a human, right?
Doesn't matter,
I'm,
yeah.
like Chris, you and me, Barney. I don't know about you, but we're 3 social people.
Yes.
And like chocolate and coffee.
Yeah.
That's such it's a fun one to go to, and it's not happening. I also just had to cancel a big thing I'm doing at work. We were doing a big cannabis conference, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we had to cancel it. We were going to do it in Chicago.
Shit.
And in April, and we had to cancel it. And we're going to be right, but we're going to lose about $70,000 on this in hotel minimums, speaker engagement fees, hotels we got to cancel, and flights we got to cancel for speakers. A 3-day conference in Chicago, and personally, I mean that's the one that hurts me the most.
Yeah.
Professionally, right, and also personally, because I was looking forward to it.
Okay. Is it done, or is
yeah?
It
we had
postponed?
we just pulled the plug on it because we're not sure when it's going to get better, and then since it's not in New Mexico, it's in Chicago. We don't know what's going to happen in Illinois. Like for all we know, they don't close the schools, and then everybody gets sick, and then we postpone it till 2024. I don't really know. And so that's the kind of stuff. And I think a lot of people are hurting. I was talking to a friend of mine who she does hotel bookings for major groups, right? And like her whole job has just been, how do I get a refund?
Oh, yeah. That's like everybody's thing. Is like, we're doing refunds right now.
Yeah, how do we get a refund?
I had to do a hotel refund today.
Yeah. And, so the companies that are doing that are losing their shirts on this thing.
Fuck, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then, like one of my favorite things to do is the Friday night. The first Friday is our crawl. Kevin Gick and I,
Agreed.
Kevin Gick, we were out there last week.
I see you guys all the time, man.
Right. And we were out at, Relic, and we were out at the new place over on Gold, and we went to Shauna's place, which I forget, Strange Flock. And I don't know if that's going to happen next month.
No.
Right? Probably won't. Because, like, Relic easily has more than 100 people packed into that room. And it's a great place to go, great place to hang out, great place to just see some art, talk about art, have a good time. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Right.
And, I don't often buy work there, but people do. And I think it's a valuable part of the artists
you
that
said
make
Relic?
work. Relic.
What?
Relic.
I don't know what that is.
Relic.
Do you know what that
R-E-L-I-K.
is?
Yeah, and he's over on 7th, 8th.
8th.
7th.
7th?
Yeah. And it's just north of Central on 7th.
Okay.
And you can like see it from the launch pad balcony. Yeah. And like it's those places, they really rely on those openings and the social interaction to sell their work for their artists. Yeah. And without that, I'm really scared to death that people won't be able to do that, right? And
that's kind of why I wanted to do this show, so we could tell people like, hey, you're out there hoarding toilet paper. There's people who can't fucking afford toilet paper.
Right.
And they don't have that fucking ability.
Yeah, there are people now, David Cappy. I think his whole business right now is just selling work there, you know?
Oh, over here.
At Relic. Yeah. And, I think what's that guy going to do if literally, like, your audience, it would be like if you were doing the podcast but shouting into an internet connection that didn't work.
Sure.
And that's essentially what artists who have gallery shows right now are going to be doing. And, I look at 516 Arts, and they got an all right show up right now on Textile Arts. And people are going to be scared to death to go see it, right? And that's just...
And buy,
Yeah, and buy it, right. And look at this, and the people like Suzanne that run 516 Arts now, all of her grant-making organizations that pay for these shows, they're going to say, well, we're not doing grants because you can't have anybody at your show. So what do you do, right? Yeah. And I kind of work in the credit union world. It's my 9 to 5. And all the credit unions now are wondering about, well, anybody who came back from a flight or something else, they got self-quarantine, and they're worried now about how do we staff enough tellers? How do we staff our call centers? What do we do? And there's going to be some people
making them work from home,
right? And you can't have a bank teller working from home.
And you guys know where I said where I worked at.
I know where you work, yeah. And
the White House,
right? But in your case, in your case, Chris, and for people like you, I worry about if you are handling, for example, sensitive information that. Is your home internet connection prepared to handle that?
Yes.
Yours is?
I wouldn't worry about none of that.
Okay.
No, that's
even
problem.
Your coworkers, are they
I tried logging onto his Wi-Fi like several times. Guessing normal passwords. Nothing works.
So, okay.
But don't tell people what you do. But, there are a lot of people, like, especially in the financial world where I work.
Tunnel in on the special way that Doesn't matter. Like it's good to go.
Right. In the financial world, where I spend a lot of my time these days, you can't have people working from home because it's banking information. And you don't really want to have people using their Comcast internet.
They can,
and there are ways to do it. Honestly, we don't trust a lot of the yahoos to do some of that, you know?
Well, so okay. Let me before you freak people out.
Yeah, please.
Let me speak to
quell the rumors.
What I'm getting here is that, like, if I want to start hacking some stuff, which I have no ability to do.
So the way that works, Dan, it's called
VPNs, yeah.
It's a virtual private network. So the banks, the government, whatever, they all have this all set up. So you kind of like, basically what you do is, so like whenever, let me explain something like, this is really going to nerd out real bad here. So
you do it every show at least once.
When I go to my mom's house, I'll explain it this way. My mom will be like, we're getting rid of this computer. Can you sanitize it so our bank information's not on it? And I go, that okay.
You go outside and you do the fucking Office Space thing.
I basically just re-image the machine and laugh and So what happens is when you log into your banking information, you are actually logging into a server that they own.
None of that information is actually on your computer.
Right.
Yeah.
It's there. So
right.
You're actually kind of like on their machine as like you're in your web browser, but if you'll notice, it has like a nice like thing up in the thing. In the what's the word?
Screen.
Search bar.
It's called a screen.
Well, the search bar. Like I'm on the search bar. It'll say secured. So basically, you're on their server doing your work. So you're protected by all the things that they have. Then as soon as you hit log off, and if you notice they log off or it'll make it log off, you're no longer on there. So the government and what's going to happen...
Banks, hospitals...
Yeah, what's going to happen when, like... what was the place you were talking about earlier? The
credit union
banks.
world, yeah.
So, like, if a worker for a bank is working from home, they're doing the same thing. Their computer is just a dummy terminal so that they can, log in and work on this virtual machine that's there. And it's fully protected under everything, like if I was at work.
That's good.
So...
Because we were talking about that, and people didn't really even know that. These are credit union professionals didn't even realize that that's how that works,
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but like I worked from home today, and I literally was like on a different, like I had a computer within my computer.
That's why the Malort is gone.
I was chugging it today. No, we've gone from, we were working half on, half off.
Okay.
Because of the whole thing. So that's how that's working right now. But
there's a lot of stuff though that I keep worrying about though that's closed.
Have you been affected at all?
Schools? Have I personally been?
Yeah, you're working.
Well, my boss is self-quarantining, which is an interesting thing. I'm gonna watch Facebook though. I think he might show up at FX later.
Wait, so he's self-quarantining? So are you going to self-quarantine?
I think I'm fine.
Is effects still open?
I don't know. I don't know. Is it? Are they?
There's a few dance clubs. So
how are they getting around it?
Oh my god! So it's been crazy, right? So
explain this, Barney.
All right,
explain yourself, Barney.
We got an order from the guy. Oh, first off, before I want to get to a question you asked earlier, is there anything that's being canceled? That we're really looking forward to. 2 words: Crazy Town.
Yes.
Oh, motherfucker!
Canceled?
I booked Crazy Town.
How did you do that? Wait a minute.
Okay.
People who don't understand what we're talking about.
All right, let me sing it for you.
They are the band that sings that.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady. Be my butterfly, sugar, baby.
So I haven't heard that
you
in years.
had to cancel Crazy Town?
I had to cancel Crazy Town.
Oh, no. Did it break your heart? Was your heart broken?
It broke my heart. It didn't just break my heart. When I texted Andrew, our sound guy, and I was like, "Hey, we got to cancel shows for the rest of the month." Andrew was like, "Oh no, Crazy Town 2?"
Dude, I was messaging people. Crazy Town is going to be an Inside Out.
I was really looking for.
It was for a second they were like they heard Inside Out and they go, "Who's Crazy Town?" They go, "Crazy Town, Butterfly Sugar," and they go, "They're playing Inside Out." And I go, "Yeah," and they're like, "We gotta go."
It would have been so much fun, and it was gonna be the kickoff party for Inside Out. The Inside Out is this. It's
you just broke my heart because I didn't know that was...
It's this outdoor venue between Launchpad and Sunshine. It used to be the Golden West.
Yeah, you broke my heart because I just
I'm finding this out live, guys.
I'm finding this out live.
I didn't know either.
Chris. So because it was March 29th, I have to cancel everything to the end of March. I had to cancel Crazy Town, and I was so bummed out.
So do you guys lose like guarantees and things like that when you do that?
It depends on the deal that you have.
Yeah.
Some if you sign a deal with a band or with their agents,
Guys,
you have like a cancellation fee.
If you can
You
go
still
on,
have to. Sometimes they ask you for a deposit first, so you have to give them a deposit.
right.
And if it cancels, they keep that
Do
deposit.
you think Crazy Town's hurting right now? You think they're
I think they are. That's why they took the deal with me. I mean, like, to be honest, to be 100% honest, Crazy Town they like
$500. What does it cost? Like if I wanted them for my birthday party.
okay. Check this out.
spit beer up.
I got a really good deal. All right, I'm figuring out this booking stuff. I've only been doing it like a year and a half, and I'm figuring it out. I got them for a door deal.
We can do that at my birthday
Oh
party.
my god! Are you fucking
And
shitting
gave
me?
them oh man, I get in trouble for
Percentage of
this.
the door?
I'll say it anyways. It's okay. No one's watching. Don't look if you're in Crazy Town's management.
Shifty Shell Shock. This show is not for you.
He's
Yeah.
he's 6 beers in, so whatever he says, you can take with a grain of salt anyway.
He's just lying.
I told them I'd get their hospitality and I'd give them a good percentage of the door. So
Were they just traveling through?
they had a tattoo convention somewhere nearby.
You go Crazy Town.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen Crazy Town, but they have a lot of tattoos. I have zero.
Oh, yeah.
I have zero, so anything more than one is a lot of tattoos.
This is amazing right now.
And so Crazy Town was like, we need a gig. We got this tattoo convention. Can you do anything? And they asked
There's
me
this
like,
place in Albuquerque,
they
no
asked
roof.
They asked me like a
You
week
burned
ago.
down 10 years ago. Fine, we'll play there.
Yeah, they asked me like a week ago, and we're like, we need something last minute. And I was like, I only have 3 weeks to promote this show. Like, I can't give you a guarantee or anything.
Oh, yeah,
I can
of course
give
not.
I can give you $100 hospitality, and then a percentage of the door.
$100?
And they took it. They were just like, yeah, okay, cool, we'll
Holy
take it.
Fuck, man.
Wow.
So, but they canceled, and I was really bummed because I almost booked Crazy Town for $100.
Okay, but I had a great idea for the poster for the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
It was just going to be a butt, just a lady's butt, and then a butterfly
Yeah.
tattoo right on her lower back, and it would say Crazy Town. And who wouldn't come to that show?
Wouldn't get that.
Exactly.
Way better than their poster. I'm sorry, Crazy Town.
Let
If
me
you're watching
design
right
your
now,
posters, Crazy Town.
Their poster looked like really hardcore with some dude and like some like they put distressed
Shifty
imagery
Shell
on
Shock.
some
The
dude.
guy, he was on Celebrity Rehab.
Yeah. So it was
Really?
all about
Oh,
him,
yeah.
and it was very
Dude,
like
dude.
hardcore. And I was like,
they're not hardcore in any way.
no one's gonna come to Crazy Town if they see that poster.
Right.
They'll come to Crazy Town if
If
they
it's
see
a
a
butt
with a
lady
butterfly.
with a
Yeah.
butt and a butterfly right there. They'll be
Yeah.
like, I get it, sugar baby, I'm
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm going to pull up
Jesus.
lead singer Shifty Shell Shock.
Okay, I gotta see. I
He's,
gotta.
She's in the chat
Shifty
right
Shell
now.
Shock?
yes.
I love it. I love
That
it.
would be amazing if he was.
I found they sent me a picture of them modern, like where the
And they're in their
looking at.
50s now?
No, I'd say like late 40s, but you know, approaching that, approaching that.
You know.
Yeah.
The sexy years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know, like Cuba Gooding Jr. I bet. No.
You bet what?
That's not who I
What do
meant.
you bet about Cuba Gooding Jr.?
I bet he's sexy by 50.
Probably.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. is a good-looking dude. I would say.
Right?
But what's his name? George Clooney, not Washington.
Is that the singer for Crazy Town? This is genius.
Wait, he got a tattoo convention?
Yeah, because the 1990s hipster star thing is still a thing, I think.
Let me see if I can. They have like newer ones of him.
I love that his name is Shifty Shell Shock.
Is that for real? Oh, that's
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah, that's for real.
That is for real, yeah. So there he is, what, in 1994 with no tattoos. And
I wonder if he's like me. I don't have any tattoos right
I
now,
hope
right?
it's not.
Is
I
that a
wonder
piercing?
If he's like me. It's like a Disney.
Yeah. But I don't have any tattoos right now. So, but lately everyone's been telling me to get tattoos.
Just get all
And they're
fucking
like,
full tatted.
we're going to get a fucking like Indiegogo for you to get a tattoo of Barney Fashion Show on your stomach. And I was like,
Oh,
I mean, if someone else wants to pay for me to get a tattoo of Barney Fashion on my stomach, maybe I'll do that.
Lopez and Oldie.
I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
Because I called you Barney Fashion Show on Facebook, and someone got pissed, and they're like,
Who?
be nice to Barney. And I was like, that's his fucking Instagram name, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, and hold on, and my TikTok name. By the way, check me out on TikTok at Barney Fashion Show. That's my handle. I don't have many followers. I think they're all underage, and I'd rather change that percentage to be not underage. But I made a really good TikTok today at the grocery store during the Corona pandemic. It's
It's a good TikTok.
It walks the line, right? I was trying not to be offensive with doing a TikTok, right? Because it's like scary and people are in like panic right now, and it's I walked that line pretty well.
So I'm just worried now about all the celebrities that have
TikToks?
Tom?
no coronavirus.
They all have TikToks. That's why I'm jumping on it, right? All the celebrities have TikToks. I gotta get a TikTok now.
Well, I want to say who I was upset that canceled. First of all, Brittany Howard. That was gonna be dope as shit.
Such a shame.
Yeah.
I saw
shame.
them at Popejoy, and she sounds great when you listen to the records.
Yeah.
When you see her live, she is fucking off the charts. And it's like the weirdest thing.
Well, it's postponed. It's not canceled.
Okay.
It's postponed.
I know.
Postponed.
But I got to say this. She plays guitar. And you're like, oh, well, she sings and she plays the guitar. Well, when that happens, usually it's like rhythm, you know? Fuck, no. She got up there and she just starts shredding on this fucking Telecaster, right? And then sings like Aretha Franklin. She's like the daughter of Aretha Franklin and Jimi Hendrix. I was blown fucking away. So I was upset. Now, Rage Against the Machine. Fucking $125 tickets.
I was gonna buy one of your.
Is
tickets.
this the one in Cruces?
I was ready.
I mean, it's postponed.
Yeah.
It's not done.
Okay.
So I
might
tickets.
still be going down to do the pre-party.
Now.
I'll still buy that ticket from you.
Foo Fighters.
Is that no? That's not postponed yet. Is it?
It's got to be.
They're like
Not
in
yet.
May.
That's April. It's yet.
All right.
It's.
Why are we talking about the Gathering of Nations?
Oh yeah.
Gathering of
So,
Nations.
I should talk about that because I used to be the
Are
spokesman
you
for
getting
the
there
Gathering
and
of
I
Nations.
jumped the gun?
No,
Oh, really?
I used to be the spokesman for the Gathering of Nations.
Really?
Are you Native American at all?
No. I'm a Spic-Italian, as a matter of fact.
Oh my great.
But the
I mean,
I actually worked for those guys for a couple of years, and I helped them out with a lot of stuff. I learned so much about powwow culture that it's just the coolest shit ever.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have ever like.
So do white people go to this?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
I was like respectful, and I was
no.
like,
Powwow. So they call it doing the 48s.
Okay.
And it's everybody brings out instruments and you hang out. You do the show and you do your dances. It's just like after I don't know any football game or basketball game or whatever, and the guys just want to like chill, right? Because a lot of the dances and a lot of everything else that you do when you perform, whether it's the drum circle or the dances or whatever, it's an athletic pursuit. It really is.
Oh, absolutely.
And so what these guys do after that is they're just like, fuck it, let's go to the parking lot, have some beers, and let's put the drums away and get our guitars. And they do, and they hang out, and you can hang out all night with these guys, and they just party in the parking lot and drink some beers and have a good time. And powwow culture is just a very interesting thing. Cool. It's very cool. And then, the empowerment of all of that is very interesting too. And if you've never been to the Gathering of Nations, go. Yeah. And this year, it really brings in, I think it's $10 million to New Mexico's economy.
Shit, really?
But, it's one of the biggest events we have.
But more than that, it is huge. More than that, it's an international thing, right? So this is the main reason they canceled it. Like, people don't realize that the Canadian tribes come, Samoan tribes come, South American tribes come. Yeah, it's completely international.
I had no idea.
Yeah, you got to next year we'll go.
It's
cool.
It's one of the biggest next to Balloon Fiesta.
It's the second biggest.
It's the second biggest event in Albuquerque.
I always assume I'm a white guy. I should probably stay away.
Oh no.
Go check it out. Buy art.
Yeah. Well, my great grandmother was Native, and she said,
"You don't look like a white guy."
Oh, right. And she said, like, go to the Gathering of Nations, and I was like, Grandma, I can't. Like,
it's
right, but apparently
you
I'm
can't.
also wrong.
And one of the things with it is they want everybody to see what they're doing, right?
It's about sharing.
It's about sharing, absolutely. And it's like, well, you're not a metalhead. You can't like that. You can't like Iron Maiden.
Are you saying that the natives are all metalheads? Damn.
No.
Some of them like the blues.
Reggae.
Way to jump to collision.
Reggae native
Jump
scene
to
is
things there. But yeah, no, they didn't want to share. Yeah, thank you.
And you do a whole concert series.
Oh
around
man, we just
Gathering
got
Nations.
so with Gathering of Nations being wiped out, or being canceled.
Did you guys do the secondary showcase?
We do, yeah.
Under
So, like Launchpad and Moonlight, and we do the Gathering of MCs, which still might happen. That's like Defy organizes that, and that's not completely gone yet. It might still happen at the same time, but it might get postponed to when Gathering of Nations gets postponed. Everything right now is in the gray.
Right.
Like, everything is in the gray. I don't know
bought
exactly
tickets
what's
today
going on.
to stuff.
Yeah. But like with us, because we know this is a huge thing for our community, and we know the influx of an audience that comes in town for it, we really have, which I'm really proud of with Launchpad, with the whole Joe Anderson Works enterprise, is that we make room and we save this room for this Native American population that has
dope.
this like weekend to showcase what they're doing. So we had
internationally.
internationally. Yeah,
it's
no,
amazing.
we had an amazing. This year we were planning a block party, a Gathering of Nations block party that was going to be between Launchpad and Inside Out, and there was going to be like 12 artists performing between the two venues,
so cool.
and people would be able to hop back and forth between the two venues. But
Can
now,
you just do that and only sell like 99 tickets, and then everybody just shows up?
It's end of It's end of April, so who knows,
right?
But I think
everything has 99 tickets.
It's probably going to have to wait till when they postpone gatherings, because some of these bands, like with gatherings, it brings so many people in that we pick up some of those bands.
You sell the ticket. You sell 99 tickets, like Dan said, and then like whenever they go to buy the ticket, like they click submit, and then he goes, "How many drinks do you think you drink in a normal show?" If it's like less than 5, it's like, sorry, sold out.
Sorry, 10 drink minimum.
Yeah, sorry, sold out. We gotta make money.
No,
man.
it's a bummer. They were really working. Rylan, who plays with the band Interstate.
Oh yeah.
And
I booked those guys on a couple of radio shows last year.
He was organizing it this year, and he was putting together a killer lineup, which might still we might still keep the locals on. He had Red Earth. He was hoping to get here, which may not come because they're a touring act. But Suspended was going to play.
Oh, those girls are so rad. Those girls are so rad.
They're so good. Oh my God, Suspended. She just had a baby.
I know.
So Amanda just had a baby, and they haven't played a show in like 9 months, essentially, since she's been pregnant. So we were really looking forward to seeing Suspended play. Interstate was going to play. They were just pulling together this amazing lineup of Native artists that were going to play, and that's
just out the window.
That's out the window. I mean, like maybe not. Maybe we'll pull off like a one-off show or something like that. But the goal was to be with Gathering of Nations, and hopefully things are getting postponed.
Right, not canceled.
That's like That's been a big thing in my work right now. Is that we're trying to be very clear with our rhetoric about the difference. But because like canceling sucks.
Right.
Yes.
Postponing is better.
I still have something to look forward to.
If we can tell people, like, okay, this is how it is right now, we're going to postpone it. We have another date coming. We do want to make up this.
Right.
And a lot of the shows that we had at Launchpad and Sunshine, and, like, fucking Joe Anderson has been going crazy.
Oh, I bet he's freaking out right
rescheduling things. He has just been, like, that guy is so focused, and he is just, like, things are not canceled. Things are postponed. Things are postponed. And for a lot of the gigs that we had coming up at Sunshine and El Rey, we found them other dates.
That's dope.
That's
hard to do.
We found them new dates, and they're going to still be coming here just a little bit later.
And I don't know if Joe did this, but I saw this. Like, Drive-By Truckers were supposed to play El Rey, and it got postponed, and now they're playing the Bridge in Santa Fe. And he still promoted it.
Yeah. He's still Brittany Howard's postponed. Now it's going to be at Santa Fe Opera.
Oh, really?
Oh. We're still promoting.
Jesus Christ, that would be amazing.
They're figuring out inside information. They're going to be figuring out, because before it was general admission for all the tickets that were bought. Now it's at a seated venue. So right now they're really working on figuring out how do we, what level of seats are general admission.
As a person who stood on stage and sung at the Santa Fe Opera, she is going to be amazing.
No, that's a great venue for her. It's an amazing venue. Maybe more tickets will become available now too.
What did you sing at the Santa Fe Opera?
Gosh. So we're.
Did you fight security to get up?
And I didn't know they had karaoke nights there.
You guys are all funny. So I got to go backstage at a show. There was a certain band that I have a friend that he used to be in that band.
It's the Shins.
So we partied with them till like 3 a.m. And then we go to leave and everyone is gone. And my friend's like, cool. And he starts walking around the stage. And I was like, what are you doing? We're walking across the stage. No one there to stop us. And I stop and I go, Figaro. I'm like fucking Bugs Bunny. And it is amazing. Because the acoustics are just off the charts. You don't need a microphone.
No.
That country, or that venue is one of the best venues in the country.
It really is.
That's beautiful. I love it.
So for her to sing there, if you are an Alabama Shakes fan, it will fucking make you wet your
Why don't they have more shows there?
I don't know.
Because they have an opera season.
Dude, I've been.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with theater.
I don't want to take all the information.
In theater,
it takes
in
a lot
the theater
of time.
world, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
You have to have a tech week in the venue, at least one tech week in the venue,
and you got to get.
And usually you've got to be open for like.
And they have a fucking opposite.
4 to 6 weeks
Mm-hmm.
of shows.
And you're not taking down the stage.
No, it's like every like.
Yeah.
So
I have
when
a really
they
good
get when there's like a hole to get in there.
So I've actually gone and done a lot of work there. And during the off season, they only have 80 employees. During the actual opera season, they have like 500. And if you guys go, like you go to the opera house, you don't see that there's a whole valley of a little small village there. They have swimming pools. They have other amphitheaters. They have like these like warehouses where like they do all the sets and all the shit.
Huh.
And
Really?
Yeah. It's fucking
like
amazing.
A community.
Wow.
That's cool.
It is literally amazing. I've gone because I used to travel and I used to do warranty work for Dello, and they own a lot of Dells. So I would go there all the time, and I would drive in like to this weird gate. So like over by if the gate's over by where that weird flea market is.
Oh yeah.
And then you drive this curvy road around, and then there's like a whole little town in there, and it's all these people who work for the opera house. And so when it's off season, they'll have like 80 employees, and that sounds like a lot, but it's not. And so when they go to do concerts, they don't have the manpower, so they have to bring them in. They fly. I mean, and they don't allow alcohol in the seats.
I do know that. Yeah, you can drink during the intermission.
You allow bird shit in these seats. Clearly,
They do those crazy tailgates.
sorry, Santa Fe Opera.
The tailgate.
Where everyone wears like
The tailgates
gowns and eats
Yeah.
caviar in the
Yeah.
parking lot.
I haven't been to one of those in a long
so,
time.
yeah.
I've never been, but I've seen pictures. They look so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that place
Yeah.
is crazy cool.
It's a
Yeah.
good venue.
So next
Since
time you drive
Paulo
by,
Soleri
look over to the
closed,
left,
that's-
see the opera house,
The
and
late
that
great
dip
Paulo Soleri.
is where
That's-
it's all hidden. You don't see it from the highway. There are apartments, there's swimming pools, there's like all kinds of shit, like little amphitheaters for them to practice. It's fascinating. It's literally fascinating. Like I don't know. And everybody goes, fuck, $120 a ticket. And you go, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, though, like, man, this is crazy. And that, like, I'll say this as a show promoter. It's nuts. People have been used to paying $5 a ticket for covers on shows since 1992.
Right.
If
Joe
you
has
try-
not raised his prices.
If you, well, it's nuts. If you try to raise the prices,
They won't show up.
no one shows up.
Yeah.
I've tried doing shows where I'm like, this is a really good show.
$10.
We've got to charge a $10 cover, and people walk up to the door and
You
they'll
get,
be like,
slammed with lists.
Kevin Gick.
$10 covers. Why can't I?
Can I be on
That's
the list?
stupid. I want to go somewhere else, and they all just and people leave, and it's nuts that people are still expecting us to pay the same amount for shows. in
Well-
an economy that's 30 years old.
So so I bought a $125 Rage Against the Machine ticket.
And how'd you feel?
I felt fine.
Yeah.
I feel fine about it because it's a Rage Against the Machine and Run the Jewels. I mean, that's
Run the
Jewels is opening
Really?
for it?
Run the Jewels is opening.
Shit.
I think the reason I wanted to buy
They should be
your
opening
ticket.
for Run the Jewels.
a little bit
All
right.
of us
Run the Jewels is the reason I wanted to buy your ticket.
Have you watched Killer Mike's show?
Yes,
Killer Mike's show is
So check this out. So Foo Fighters playing in Santa Ana Star Center.
yeah,
What are the floor seats? $120.
right. I know who I'd rather go see.
Bought a ticket today. Sandia Casino Amphitheater. Weezer.
They're $100.
$120.
Yeah.
I want to open for Weezer. I'm just gonna
And
throw that out
everybody's
there.
like
I'm working
pissed
on it.
about it. And they're like, everybody keeps complaining about all this shit. And I'm like, guys, they have to fucking pay the staff to fucking put the concert on.
But everyone still thinks that like we can pay the staff at 1992 levels.
And
No.
what pisses me off
No.
is the season tickets for the Gladiators. Well, are game day tickets. I mean, $10.
Right.
$10 for a game
On
day
the
ticket.
day?
On day of. You can show up, go to the window, $10.
Dude,
Oh, we're gonna go. We're
No.
going. We're
Dude,
going.
it's super.
That's
dude, okay.
insane.
We're gonna-
And people just say,
Worth
yeah.
100%.
This year,
$10 for.
This year they went up to 15 because we're in a new league.
I'll pay 15. I'll pay
That's
20.
nothing.
I paid $100 to see the fucking the Spurs played.
Right. Thank you.
We're paying 24 dudes on the field, 5 coaches,
Right.
a whole staff of people to do
Right.
this, to put on a show at Tingley. And people are like, I don't know, $15. And like, yeah, you got a family.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you got a family of 6. That's a fuck ton of money. If it's
But-
if you and a date, you guys want to go and have a good time, or you and your
If you
bros.
can't spend that much on a date, you don't deserve that date.
Okay. Here's my complaint about the
hear
Rage
it?
Against the Machine thing.
Okay.
People were like, "You're gonna pay $125 for a ticket? That's just crazy." I guess they're not raging against the machine. And I'm like, okay. I see on your Facebook page that you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Have you been to see him? Fuck yeah, I have. How much was that? $400.
right?
Is it really that much?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's not including. That's a ticket. That's not including parking in the parking lot, which probably was $100.
God.
Yeah,
And then if you wanted to buy a beer, it was $18 to $20.
yeah.
And it's like, fuck all y'all. So that's like, I bought season tickets to United.
Okay.
I have corner seats.
They're a couple $100.
$320.
$320. They went
For a
up.
season?
Yeah.
For a season? That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. So
But that's
hold on.
20 games.
So hold on. $320 for 20 games, which comes out to like $20. And I got this.
A scarf.
Oh shit.
And I got into the fucking
You get all the
playground
Playhouse.
Playhouse for free for the unveiling of the uniforms, and I got a free drink there. And I'm like, Jesus. I
Okay,
mean,
that's kind of a steal.
right.
Yeah,
That
no,
is.
And
The
people are
Gladiators
like,
doing anything like that?
Season tickets, fuck that, Like, dude, just
That's 20 nights of entertainment.
and so when you knock it down to the individual game, it's like $20 a game,
Right.
which is cheaper than I was paying to go to the individual games by myself. Like I was paying like $35.
Right. And, people, I think people do undervalue the cost of entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to, right? Kevin Gick. And people really do. And
Yeah.
like I've been with people who are like, "Oh, lunch pay, yeah, I'll go there." $6.
Yeah.
Fuck, canned food. I don't have canned food.
Ridiculous.
And I'm like, it's $5 or $10, whatever. Like if it's a
Mo,
show,
I mean, like if it's local bands,
Right.
If it's local bands, we're keeping it at like
$5.
$10
or less.
at max. If,
Right.
if you're paying
Yeah.
$10 to see local bands,
Yeah.
you're seeing the best local bands in town.
Oh,
You
fuck
should
yeah.
pay that money.
Fuck yeah. And
Agreed.
help those bands out. Let them.
I've turned a lot of people onto like local bands, and they'll just
Yeah.
like, and it's funny because like I have a couple friends that are just like I'm like, yeah, you should go check this local band, and then we'll go, and then they're like, every time they play, they're like, oh, they're playing again, and I'm like, exactly. Now you like them, but you have to do this. You have to do this. Oh, you should go see this local band. You like this famous band. They're a lot like them.
If I have money, when I have money to spend on ads, which isn't all the time, I'm always just like, all right, what's this band sound like that's famous? And plugging it in the Facebook algorithms to be like.
No, I watch what you do. You do a really good job. You're like, guys, this is a band you shouldn't miss. And I'll go listen to it and I'll be like, yeah, I can see where Barney likes that.
Uh-huh.
I'm totally into it. Another person, like, and I hate to bring up a competitor.
That's all right.
The guy who books Tucker, who books at Sister, he does these. Okay, let's all admit that there's these house shows that happen in Albuquerque that, most mainstream people don't know about. If Tucker has a house show, I'll usually
Tucker's house show. Well, here's the crazy thing: if Tucker's having a house show, I love you, Tucker. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give away shit.
Okay, this is 7 beers down talking.
It's not 7 beers down.
This is some truth syrup talking here.
If Tucker's having a house show, it usually means that like something's going on at Sister that he can't book it.
Yeah.
And it's good enough that he's like, I gotta do this still somehow.
If
Tucker's having a house show, go to Tucker's house show.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that is no shit.
Because it's a band that he felt so strong about.
Yeah.
That he would have probably booked at Sister.
He had Dent
but they
May.
can't.
And I went to Dent May at his house, and then Dent May played like Sister like 6 months later. Dude, I was at I went to. This is what's crazy about Albuquerque. Is there's this bookstore over here by the roundabout, and I went and saw Buck Meek there.
Fucking good. That band is good.
Do you know who Buck Meek is?
I don't.
Have you ever heard of a band called Big Thief?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Buck Meek is a guitar player.
No shit.
So I had no idea. So I go, AJ Woods booked it. So I go to this bookstore thing. It's like upstairs. There's literally like 25 fucking people there. And this dude comes rolling in. He's like super thin. He has a weird hat. And he fucking starts playing. And he has this other guy with him. And I was like, God damn, this dude's fucking amazing. And I was just like bored and fucking came out on a Wednesday. And then I go look him up and like, oh, he's in a band called Big Thief. And I watched their fucking NPR like small desk show.
Yeah, they went a Tiny Desk concert.
Every fucking time they play Sister Bar, they fucking sell it out. And I'm just like, I saw this guy at a bookstore.
I would say right now, if you want to see music, since everything's canceled in town, everything's canceled in town.
Look up some house shows and look up some bookstore shows.
If you got
the hookup.
If you have a liquor license right now, you can't do shows. Basically, is what's happened.
Nope.
But so if you want to see live music right now and you're healthy, I will state this again. If you're healthy, don't go out if you're sick. Please do not go out if you're sick.
Right.
Lie low. But if you're healthy, look up the house shows because that's where shows are going to be for the next month.
How do you look up a house show?
You don't.
I'm gonna.
You just gotta know some people.
You gotta know people.
Put
I'm gonna name some house venues, and this is great. All right. I've lived at 2 house venues.
You got busted. You got busted.
Oh, I've been busted.
You made the
news.
Times.
I made the news.
We made the news. And I had to explain to my coworkers
that we're not crazy.
No, that and that house shows exist in Albuquerque. They're like, Chris, you see this house that got busted? It was like a venue. And I go, yeah, that was my friend Barney's house. And they go, you knew about this? I go, yeah. And they're like, that's crazy. And I go, yeah, there's like 5 or 6 other ones. And they're like, what?
Yeah, there's some great house shows. There's some great house venues in town. The DIY network is very strong in Albuquerque. I would suggest checking out.
And it's not all house shows. I mean, Tanix is
Tanix is canceling shows for the rest of the month.
Are they really?
No. My guess is that probably other house shows might follow suit.
Why?
Maybe not. I don't know because house shows are usually like 30 people in them.
Name some house shows.
All right, here's house venues I would go to. Fly Honey Warehouse, which I'm partial to.
Is that still around?
It's still around. Adam's running that.
Oh.
Fly Honey Warehouse is still going.
They didn't shut it down.
I think Fly Honey Warehouse might be the oldest house show place in town at 6 years. I don't know.
What's the punk rock place
Gold
up
House
off? Gold House is really good. Gold House, if you want to find out about their shows, you have to look up Gold Horse on Facebook. It's not Gold House on Facebook, it's Gold Horse.
Right.
That's insider
Big Chin is
information.
laughing. He's all, hells yeah.
Gold Horse is really good. Culo Cabana.
That one I don't even know. See,
I've never heard of this.
Culo Cabana, they had a show there last night. There was a punk rock show.
Okay.
That sounded very dangerous to me because it was Sore Eyes was one of the bands, and then another band was harsh throat or something like that. And it was like
Asshole-
all thick. It was everything sounded like symptoms to the coronavirus.
All Thick played there?
All Thick played there
All
last
Thick
night.
is dope.
All Thick's good. Yeah, All Thick's really good.
Yeah.
Is Wagon Wheel still a thing?
Wagon Wheel
That's
is
a
still
thing?
going.
Yeah.
Wagon
I
Wheel's over
remember
by the
going to that
university.
back in
What
the
about
day.
what about Raptor House? Is that
Well, Kulo Cabana is Raptor House. Now.
oh, so that's okay.
The
what
guy-
About, what about Iron House or
Iron Houses, I haven't seen them do anything lately.
no?
Murder Shack.
Do they
It's-
just
You
do
think we're making
metal?
this shit up?
No, I'm not making this shit up.
No.
They don't do murder there.
No.
They don't do murder.
But it is
no
a murder. It's a shack.
It's a shack.
Okay.
It's actually a really nice place. Murder Shack is a big venue. It's really big. It's up in the north Valley, pretty high.
I'm gonna clip this.
Yeah, no, look at Murder Shack. Murder Shack has some good stuff. What are some other ones?
Townhouse.
Townhouse, but
Townhouse.
that's pretty rare.
Or Townhouse. That's what's
Yeah,
called.
Townhouse is pretty rare.
That one. Well, no. So they do a lot of summer shit, because it's weird. Like they can play inside, and then if you go around, like if it's the summertime, you'll go around, and they have like a back area.
But if you play inside there, it's pretty much like the amount of space that me and Dan have
Oh
here on
yeah,
the couch.
dude, it's fucking terrible.
Like the band's playing like here in the corner of the living room, and like pretty
Is,
much the rest
is,
of your place.
Cosmopolitan still a place? Cosmo.
Cosmo? I don't know
They
what
used to
they're
be
up to.
DIY. You used to bring your own.
What was the name of the place on like Lead and Yale, maybe by the park?
That's Fly Honey Warehouse.
That is Fly Honey. Okay.
That's Fly Honey.
Because I went to a bunch of shows
Well, there
there
was
back
Iron
in the
House,
day.
Gold House, Silver
Toy
House.
Barn.
What is it?
Toy Barn?
Toy
Barn.
Barn.
Toy
We
Barn.
played there.
We played there, yeah. Me and Andy had a country band called
We-
Darlin' and the Rodeo
Is that done?
Runners.
Is it ran its course?
It's no. Well,
We're taking a tiny break.
Is it was because
we want to go record in May.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to record.
I want people to understand what this band was. So you guys had like a rodeo clown country band
Yeah,
that had a story.
Yes.
yeah,
There's a concept. It's a concept band.
yeah. It was totally a concept band. It's yeah.
We're all characters.
You're all
in the
characters,
world.
and like there's like Ma and Pa,
Yes.
and yeah, I saw you.
Yeah. Mom,
No, you guys
Mom.
are fantastic, actually.
Thank you.
Stop.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Basically, it was like a theater project, music
Yes.
project.
Yeah.
That just
And-
became a real band.
It just became a real band. Like we like I've always had an interest in country music, and so I was kind of spearheading a lot of it. And
Okay.
we're a family of rodeo clowns who recently lost our ma
Yeah.
and pa.
Yeah.
And we're raising money at every show to throw them a proper clown funeral.
And you had the clown funeral.
And we had the clown funeral.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we actually did it. We used
full
like
makeup, full country,
Yeah.
full funeral, and now
Smart.
we're taking
Yeah.
just a tiny.
we
bit.
basically spent 6 months doing one or two shows a month.
In wrestling, they call that
Raising
a
the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we built it up and we had the
we
funeral.
surprised
and-
some people on the streets. I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
How was the payoff?
Looking
Was
like
the payoff good?
Oh, it was great.
I felt
Everyone was great. We had
I felt
Jello. Great time.
All right. Well, I think we've done 2 hours. I think we've done enough damage. Unless you guys want to do
So
some
I
more.
want to talk real quick
Okay.
about the celebrities that have had
Oh,
coronavirus.
go for it.
Because I heard that Eminem got
What?
Are you
today.
serious?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
run!
Is this a bad joke?
Yeah. Because
Eminem, it only takes one shot.
his hands were sweaty. His mom's spaghetti. He'd vomit on his shirt. Mom's spaghetti. Yes. Okay. That's my joke for the night.
Turn the
Thank you.
camera to the door and he's
We're
walking
all
Right?
leaving. This is
Right. I've been saving that all night.
I want you guys to, yeah. So I'm going to leave everyone with this, you can go to aps.edu if you have kids and they need, if like you depend on meals. Comcast actually has a plan where if you need to work from home and you don't have the money to do so, they have free internet packages for people. So go check that out. Stop hoarding toilet paper, assholes.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, man. Broken Trail-
It doesn't until you get the shits.
Right. Broken Trail Brewing and
Just
Distilling is
seems-
making. They have free hand sanitizer. Go to their Facebook page and you can figure out where that's at if you need hand sanitizer. Because I actually went to the store today and there was none. So that exists. TwoStoneBetties.com. A couple artists that need help during this quarantine.
Elixir chocolate, man.
Elixir chocolate.
Yeah, and all the chocolate people and coffee people in town who really counted on things like the Chocolate and Coffee Fest and all the wineries, because you were talking about the wine fest that was shut down.
The wine fest isn't shut down, but they're definitely going to be operating under a much.
Well, I mean, not even that. It's like one of those things where it's capacity. Like, what was the other one? Tricklock Theater. They have Revolution.
Please
support those guys.
Go to Tricklock.
Please
go to
go there and
Tricklock's
check them
Facebook
out.
page. They have a GoFundMe. They need about $25,000.
I think it's tricklock.com.
And I mean,
or through Facebook.
I'm like kind of worried that like some of the groups that came here for the Revolution may not get to go home. I mean, that's
the European travel ban may fuck them.
May fuck them. Also, I mean, as far as I know, all the breweries and distilleries are still open.
100 capacity.
What's
the rule is we can only have 100 people in any of the rooms.
Right. So try to.
So real quick, if you don't mind, when you say 100 people in any of the rooms, like at Launchpad, you got
2 rooms,
like 2 rooms or 3 rooms. You count the balcony.
It's a whole building.
It's a whole building. Okay,
100 people coming through the door.
Okay,
right. Which is crazy because like it's way worse in Washington State, and their capacity is like 50.
I agree. I agree. It's crazy, and like I am too, and I think we're on the same page here. Is that like when we were coming up on this?
Yeah.
I was very much like, oh, this is going to come down the pipeline, but it's going to be okay. They're going to give us a 250 capacity limit. We can still pull this off and all of that. And they didn't. New Mexico is going.
They bunkered the fuck down.
New Mexico bunkered down, and Michelle Lujan Grisham is not fucking around.
Yeah.
And me as a business person is like, God damn it. But me as a person
is like awesome.
is like, cool. Yeah. We have a governor that's taking this seriously.
Right.
We have a governor who is putting in the measures that need to happen to really flatten this curve. And while it sucks for me as a worker,
right?
I get it, and I know why we're doing it, and I think it's necessary.
I'm about to leave something out, and there was something real big. So you're a musician,
yeah,
and someone started a GoFundMe for New Mexico musicians. And this is real big, I think. And it was like it's $100,000 GoFundMe.
Have they raised? What have they raised?
I don't know yet, but I'm pulling it up.
And how do they get the money to the musicians?
That's a question.
My main worry to be like I'm a cynical nihilist person kind of thing. My whole worry is that like
a guy named Thomas Goodrich. You know?
Yeah.
Oh.
My worry is that I know a lot of us have lost work right now. I know a lot of us have lost money right now. People who may be in money, they might have also just lost a lot of money because the stock market just crashed a ton.
Right, 401k.
And so it's hard. It's hard times. If you do have any kind of capacity to give to the people in your community, give.
Yeah,
if you have the capacity to make it through this and be okay, and you can give, there are people.
If you were gonna go see that show and pay $10 this Saturday. Throw it at
buy their album.
So I worry about guys.
Throw albums on repeat. Like if you have a Spotify, if you have extra computers in your house, just find a bunch of local bands and put their songs on repeat on your computer.
Yeah, get them the Spotify spins.
And give them that Spotify spin because like
even if they are the red light cameras.
No, it
adds up. It does little by little.
I would say buy their album before you do that because you're gonna make more money doing that.
You will. But if you don't have the money, and you just have Spotify with like Spotify free or whatever, throw their song on in the background. Turn your volume all the way.
They will appreciate it and they'll know that you're there.
Dude,
I worry about dudes like Danny the Harp.
Yeah.
Because like guys like him, he's a real musician who
that's what they work for.
Yeah,
right.
Like there's guys like you.
Well,
you have a 9 to 5. The rest of your band, Aaron Ben. A ton of them. There's a ton of them. And the people who just do this for a living, and they count on.
They do.
They count on.
Around, do this.
Right. They count on making $300 a week. At a door cover show, whatever, the Launchpad, right? Or at wherever.
So the GoFundMe is New Mexico Musicians Relief Fund.
And that's who this fund is for.
Amid COVID-19.
Yeah.
And you go to GoFundMe, you can add to it. Right now it's like $220, but it was just started this afternoon. So
word has not gotten out yet.
No.
Everybody throws in $3. Everyone, it's $3. It's just $3.
Yeah.
But if everyone throws in $3,
Right.
Everyone in town.
And
I do want to know how the money gets back to
I want to say
musicians.
this: that Thomas Goodrich
You sign up and
started
it's
with $100. He
Okay.
threw it in first. Let's see. I'll read it if you want me to. The recent statewide cancellation of gatherings over 100 people is having a disproportionate impact on New Mexico's music community, especially those who rely on gigs to pay their bills. Many musicians are now forced to stay close to home in order to help prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus that would be devastating to our elderly, disabled, and medically compromised friends, neighbors, and loved ones. I'm a freelance classical musician and music educator. Here's my bio, and he has a link. So you can learn a little bit about me. New Mexico's music community has embraced and nurtured me for years, and for that I'm grateful. However, those of us involved in the music community and those who are close to the music community know the financial pressure that have been long been increasing the workers of the arts. I can share that virtually every one of my gigs for the next few months has been canceled or postponed. I'm in a rare or privileged position to be able to weather this downtime of gigs financially, but many will not. We're seeing canceled events through the end of April, and it's likely to continue beyond that. A large percentage of musicians supplement their income with part-time jobs, often in the service industry, which is another industry that's being hit hard, which is true. So people aren't going to go out to restaurants.
No.
So if you love New Mexico's music and its music community and you have the resources to do so, please consider pitching in our relief fund. 100% of this money will go directly to the New Mexico-based freelance musicians in need. Here we go. Musicians interested in receiving financial assistance, please fill out this application. He has an application.
Oh, good.
So it's there.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to point that out, and I told him that I would.
He said something that made me remember.
Yeah.
Chatter.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Is Chatter still going on?
I don't know. That's the Sunday morning.
It's like
it's
church, but for artists. It's
I
want to go.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much fun. Go.
It's so much fun.
Also,
But Chatter, like one of their big shows too is Mother's Day, which is in May, and I mean that's the time that they get 1,000 people there. But normally they probably get 100 people a week, and it's a great show, and it's classical music. They usually do some singing, some piano, something inspiring and surprising.
Some poets.
Yeah.
But that's one of the handful of ways where classical musicians in this town really supplement their incomes.
Also, if you're a musician or artist, Fiverr.
Yeah.
Do you know much about Fiverr? Fiverr is a site where you can basically say, "Hey, I'll make this for you. Pay me money."
You have to bid against other people.
No.
It's not one of those?
No.
Okay.
So Fiverr is a site where if you're someone who can do something virtual, say, okay.
I've applied
So say we're like, we'll cover Red Light Cameras is going to sit down and cover Creep.
Sure.
Sure.
And then you can say, this is how much money we'll do it for you.
A lot of people go on there and ask for my business logo.
Yes. Or, so like I have a new podcast launching. And I wanted a very specific intro jingle, and I paid someone $15, and they're making it right now on Fiverr. And so, I mean, that's a place where you could go and, like, if you're an artist, if you're like, hey, fuck it, I have this skill, and people should pay me for it. And
there are other sites that people will bid for your services too.
Yeah.
So if they know you're good, they can bid for you.
You're like,
oh wow,
I want an intro that sounds like "Bitch better have my money."
Yes.
But the lyrics are like, "Come and knock on our door."
Exactly. There you go.
Can I say one more thing about APS?
Yes.
So even though the schools are closed for the next 3 weeks, food service is still available at a lot of locations, and some of it's even being delivered. And the people who are still working, like me, might end up helping deliver food to people who need it. It's like a #1 priority for APS. And healthcare, like school nurses, are still available if you can't go anywhere else. And behavioral therapy and like people who really need help, they're still there. APS is still trying to take care of people. They're doing their best, and I think they're really fighting for it. And people who need help, APS is still here to help you. Don't think because we're closed for 3 weeks, we're not still available, because we are.
And then just to plug on my own stuff too. I work with credit unions a lot, and just to remind people, a lot of credit unions, if if your business is shut down or if you are closed, they are offering gap loans, like 1% gap loans. So you need to make rent. You need to make sure your car payment is taken care of, things like that. Do not go to a payday lender.
No.
Do not fuck yourself and go to a payday lender.
Nusenda. That's
right. Nusenda offers these. So you can go to Nusenda. For 1%, they will offer you a loan.
Good to know.
And do not go to a payday lender. Do not go to any of the sketchy. Don't go to your local loan shark.
I did send a loan before, and I paid it all off, and it was great. It was the rates were so cheap. It was
right. And they also have gap loans for if your business lays you off for a little bit, they'll give you a gap loan for stuff. I mean, credit unions.
Which is going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And so talk to your credit union now. If you're not a member of a credit union, join a credit union now.
Yes.
Because they offer a lot of these loans to help you with things like your mortgage payment, your car payment, and or just monthly expense stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important, and credit unions have a different attitude about this stuff than banks do.
Right.
We're not out there to make money. We're out there to make sure that people are treated right.
Sure.
So talk to your credit union about all of that.
Well, and then and I'm going to end it on this, and I'm really glad you guys came on the show tonight. I was like, man, people need entertainment, people need information, people need something that's not negative in the world, you know. And thanks for bringing Dello on the show.
Dello's great. Look at his highlight reels because you will be blown the fuck away.
Dello?
This is no
DELLO.
Okay, easy. There you go.
This is no insult to Dello.
There you go.
But I thought he was going to be taller.
Right.
So that's the great thing about this game.
I was like,
I bet
he's shorter than I am. He's 5'5".
he's probably so fast.
fast.
He's an inch taller than me,
Right.
and he's playing. He's like almost professional football. Like
Right.
I'm like,
He is professional football. He's totally paid.
like he's a professional football player, and he's an inch taller than me, which I'm like,
Okay, but
I'm
like,
inspired. I'm
okay,
like,
but for real, like,
this
is he like all fast? Is he so fast?
So fast. That dude. So, and he also, he
I
can,
like that.
he can dunk.
Yeah.
He can dunk at a 10-foot, like, you know.
He jumps. Like,
Yeah.
His verticals.
He's got like a 48-inch vertical or something ridiculous.
I mean, you really have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that dude can run and jump. And he is so quick. But beyond that, dudes who are built like Chris plus 100 pounds are hitting him.
Yeah.
And
he's gotta be tough as hell.
Right.
And I'm fat.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you play football, Chris?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But and you know how hard they hit.
I played more basketball.
Right. But, you know, I mean, dudes who are 320 in solid muscle are just plowing into Dello.
Into a wall.
And Dello walks away from that like nothing. And it's amazing to me. And he is hyper-focused on this stuff. I was actually surprised that he was drinking. It's the first time I've ever seen him drink.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, because normally
sounds like he's got some time off.
I think he's a little bit like, I got 30 days. I can chill for a bit.
We
like,
all do.
Awesome.
So that's why I'm like, fuck it.
fuck it.
I would be working tonight, but I'm just gonna drink.
Well,
tonight.
thank you guys for watching on a Friday night.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone for being here.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of scary things going on out there. And
Wash your head.
Stay calm. Don't panic.
watch, read science. Don't read fucking somebody posted something from the Drudge Report, and follow science.
CDC has great stuff.
I'm 95% sure
they got great
that
stuff.
water's not going to cancel, and I'm like 90% sure that toilet paper will deliver next week. Just chill the fuck out.
All I want to say, what's going to make us through this is the craziest thing that's ever happened in my life, honestly.
When 9/11 happened, we all thought that was the end of the world.
That's true.
And then, the flights were stopped for like a week, and then the life came back normal. But we all thought that was the end all, man. But this is something entirely different.
It's entirely different, and it's a little scary because it's like it's not tangible. The tangible,
a building did not fall.
The untangibleness of this, the fact that we're sitting in a room and it could be here is like the crazy thing.
Right.
So keep your wits about you. Wash your hands. Watch science. And
don't be racist.
The most important thing that's going to make us through this is be a community.
Yeah.
Help your neighbor. Help people you don't even know. Just do it.
I asked the lady at the supermarket how she was doing today.
Yeah.
She was like stocking stuff and seemed pretty stressed. I was like, hey, you doing okay?
Yeah.
How's everything going? You all right?
Yeah.
Like check in with the folks around you,
right?
And
like
try to support if you're doing great, help people that aren't. It's not about what everyone has. It's about what people don't have. That's what it is.
And it's supporting things like that musicians GoFundMe.
Yeah.
That may help that one dude like Danny the Harp buy a bar of soap.
Yeah.
That keeps his hands clean.
A fucking shitty package of ramen that makes him live.
Right. And those are the things I worry about with
Yeah.
full-time musicians and full-time artists. Right. And, the people that honestly could be the biggest carriers because they don't have the right
amenities.
You're right.
They don't have toilet paper because you bought it all.
well, right. and they've given up their life and their time to like do what they are passionate about, which is the arts, which is about making music, which I think a lot of people, well, a lot of people don't take or a lot of people take it for granted because they're like, oh, the arts will always be there, but like,
sports.
All right. I want you to watch like a season of a bad TV show and tell me the arts will always be there for you because they can get bad. They can get really bad.
What everybody's doing right now is they're watching TV or they're watching movies. That's arts.
Yeah, that's art.
That is.
You want like that shit can get bad. Yeah. Like, have you ever seen? I'm trying to think of a bad TV show or I don't
Friends.
Come to me.
It don't matter.
Friends. Well, I'm sorry.
It's Friday night. We're gonna go to a friend's birthday party.
Right. Do that. We are. We're gonna go to Chris Walsh's birthday party. Happy birthday, Chris Walsh.
Thank everybody for being on the show.
Word.
And stay safe out there, everyone.
Be
smart. Use logic, and be a community.
And tune into 10drinkminimum.com. Com.